What's up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day. Having as good of a day as I can. Literally. I mean, this is the greatest day of the entire year, in my opinion. And it's about to get underway. But, yeah, I can't help but just feel like something's missing. Something incredibly important is missing. I'm gonna do this. We got the trucks. We got the trucks race about to get underway here in about 20-some minutes. I don't know when the green flag is. That's why I went live a bit early. But yeah, today we got the trucks starting this morning at noon. 12:45 is when the Indy 500 starts. I'll be live at 12:15 for that, unless it looks like they won't be going. But we'll be starting this truck race. Weather looks all right. 134 laps, so halfway would be lap 70 something. Right, I think it'd be, lap 67 would be the halfway mark. Today we got the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 from Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. It is a 134 lap race around a 1.5 mile racetrack. That comes out to 200 miles. Race breakdown for today. Race breakdown for today. If we can get the race breakdown for today. Stage 1 is 30 laps. Stage 2 is also 30 laps. The final stage is the final 74 laps. Fuel run is 49 to 54 laps. So in the first 2 stages, you will not have to pit under green. In the final stage, you would. What's up, Daniel? I'm gonna go racing. Hopefully we see more racing than we did yesterday. Fucking on stream for almost 7 hours for a total of 18 minutes. That's crazy that it was 18 minutes and 18 seconds. That actually is pretty crazy. But, yeah. Pole sitter is, why the fuck? Oh, I see what I did. I see what I did. No, my win pick is Corey Day. Let's update that. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Green flag shortly. I don't know exactly when. I think they're probably trying to start pre-race ceremonies already. But yeah. Now we're live. I don't know where everybody is. Yes, my plan for the day, the I already posted it on my community post what the plan is for the day, but all the streams are going to be separate streams. It'll not be one long continuous stream. Even if I wanted it to be, it wouldn't be able to be because I can only stream for a max of 11 hours and 55 minutes. Or I know I can stream for longer, but the entire like VOD won't save. So, but yeah. So, live for trucks today at 9:40. Indy 500 is the priority over this truck race. I think this truck race might be done before then, but my cutoff time for this stream is 12:05, unless the only caveat to that is that if the Indy 500 looks like it will not be starting on time, then I will finish the truck stream. Yeah, so it is rainy in Indy. There is a chance of rain. So, but yeah, the Indy 500 is the priority over the trucks. The Coca-Cola 600 takes priority over Indy. The cutoff time for the Indy 500 stream will be 5:15. Once again, unless it looks like the Coke 600 will not start on time. But yeah, big day streaming ahead of us. This is my favorite day of the whole year. This is the day I look forward to more than any day on the season, on the calendar. There's 365 days in a year, and this is my favorite. You're not gonna fall asleep. I'm telling you that right now. You're not gonna fall asleep. If I'm staying awake for all this, you are too. All right. Sam's getting 12 hours of watch time from you today. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, the Coke 600 is my favorite race on the NASCAR calendar. But I just can't help but feel empty. I'm missing a big part of my life. A huge part of my life. Fucking this nipple, yeah, right here. Miss my boy. Life ain't the same. They're showing fucking super bikes or whatever. It's bike racing on a dirt track. It's kind of cool. Busch would have got another top 10 today. I like to think that. There's also a very good chance that he would have been running inside the top 10 for about 3/4 of the race and then had some dumbass like tire issue. I'm just trying to be realistic here. Yeah, the Canadian Grand Prix I will not be watching. Monaco used to be in this time slot. It used to be in the... It would start at 8 a.m. But they moved the Monaco Grand Prix because they're fucking stupid. Do they know how much viewership they're going to lose because of that? Like, there are not going to be a lot of people, or as many people watching the Monaco Grand Prix when it does happen. I think it's like 3 weeks from now. There's not going to be as many people watching it. People watch that as part of this big day, this tradition, you know? It's such a dumb decision by F1. But I wouldn't be watching it either way right now, because I'd be doing this. I don't hate F1, you know. Obviously, I like NASCAR a lot better. I used to be more into F1 a few years ago, and I would. But really, F1 cost themselves a fan. They really did, because one thing that makes me a fan and makes me want to do stuff more is the streaming. I love streaming. I love doing these streams. I love doing them not only for NASCAR. I love doing them for basketball. I love doing it for baseball. I love doing it for football. You know, and that makes me a bigger fan. Is being able to do the streams and building like a community. And not only that, I do have ADHD, and it kind of helps me stay focused when I'm doing a stream. You know, because I'm like, not only am I watching the race, but I'm also managing a stream, so it kind of helps me stay focused. But F1 didn't like that. F1 didn't like that I do streams. They would take down my streams. They would give me a strike. So F1 kind of cost themselves a fan. You know? Yep. F1's kind of an asshole. Oh, yeah. No, I definitely prefer NASCAR a million times over F1. But I do like F1. Like, I'm not going to act like I don't. But I just don't really watch because of the reasons I just explained. What's up, Jaden? Like, I would watch, but I want to be able to do this. Do my streams. Yeah, the drivers are good. You know, there is a lot of problems with F1. You know, it's kind of just. I mean, I won't deny the driver's talent, but it is pay to get in. I mean, NASCAR is too, but it's more so in F1.
We're going full throttle with Mission Foods. There's no holding back American flat track when you combine the fiercest dirt track riders and tastiest products. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps.
Oh yeah, you did that yesterday.
Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will
How you doing today, Jaden?
to the finish line.
Doing any better?
Delicious and enjoy all the mouth.
Doing a little better, you know.
Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
The only reason I'm even doing somewhat better is because we got racing. Racing is therapy. I like I said in my community post, I don't talk to therapists. I don't do that. I know that's probably not the best thing, but I don't talk about my problems with, you know, a therapist like a lot of people do. Therapy comes in the form of the things I love, you know. There's nothing more I want right now than just to watch the cars go around that track in a circle, aimlessly.
Luxury fragrances are now exclusively available on everything you wash. Unstoppables and
Drivers been told to get in their cars.
everything will smell divine.
So I'm assuming that wait, no, they actually don't need to do the national anthem and the command because they already did that. They did that before the fucking, because they did the pace laps on Friday night, but they didn't actually start the race. So
Maybe no water start this summer?
all the pre-race ceremonies are already completed.
In front of the neighbors.
think my trunk sort of lost me.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. We're trying to catchphrase. There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking account. What's in your wallet?
Two favorite people were Kyle Busch and Livingston, the indie music artist. I don't know who that is, but they sound cool. If you like them, then they're probably cool.
Open this summer with Chipotle Honey Chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Oh yeah, I remember that lap 1 crash on Monaco.
And pretty much everything in it matters where you stay. Book your summer stay now. Hilton for the stay.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series is brought to you by Cat Reynolds, the official heavy equipment supplier of Progressive American Flat Track, and Royal Enfield, an official
I wish we got the full race in last night.
flat track.
You know? That was unfair that we waited around for 4.5 hours just to get 9 more minutes of racing, of actual racing time.
I've obviously seen you win a lot of races, but it just seems like there's something really special. Like you're really stoked on this.
Bro, I don't know if you guys saw Ross Chastain's Victory Lane last night. It literally looks like a COVID race.
This means I have zero voice.
Victory Lane was like empty.
About doing with the crew that you thoroughly enjoy doing with
Oh, I did the bow.
Parts Plus, Scooter System, Super.com team. Just proud of my whole team, the whole Rick Ware team. We, like I said, we just enjoy the day. So, yeah, thank you everyone for the support. And we'll just keep on enjoying it, right? Yeah. Nice job, man. You go. Thank you, thank you.
I think he's pretty pumped up about that one, Colby. Yeah, I mean, 3 in a row, especially after having a tough week with some sickness and the way that the crew's working together. Even Gilbert, we stuck a few in that race. Replay right here. Breyer got the whole shot. It was carnage behind him as they all try to get it sorted out. Now Daniels cuts in. And also Chad Coase, what a ride by the 49 bike. And he put on a good ride still. Goes up there and gets a podium finish on that 49. But here's Dallas Daniels making the pass for second place. Gets by him. Continues to march his way forward, but not going to be able to catch up to Breyer Bauman as he's going to...
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Fucking when GTA 6 comes out, PC players aren't even going to be able to get it for another year. It's probably going to be another year until the PC version comes out. I didn't even realize that.
Well, Dallas, last race you were in a place that you're normally not in, not on the podium, but you are back on the podium tonight, so it's got to feel like, you know, picking that back up.
A little bit for sure. You know, Chico definitely was a step in the wrong direction. But man, like during that little break that we had off, it really kind of went forward.
Nick actually, I don't know. I don't know if he is.
Missing something, and I felt like, you know, I've been riding really good. I've been good on the bike.
Nick might be coming back from camping today, and he might come for the race tonight. I don't know though. He ended up having he like fucked up his ankle pretty bad last night. So he might be coming back today. But I don't want to get you guys any hyped up for Nick's arrival if he doesn't actually come.
Yeah, we'll go back to the drawing board and be ready for Williams Grove.
Time to take a look at the results from tonight's first ever race here at Butts Creek. The winner is the 3 of Breyer Bauman. Second is the number 1 of Dallas Daniels. Third is the 49 of Chad Coase. Fourth is Cody Cobb. Hunter Bauer, his first top 5 of his career. Fifth and 8th, Rip Crusoe.
Imagine Dragons mixed with Alex Warren. That's actually a good combination. The engines are refired. They're about to switch over to the race coverage here in about 2 minutes.
Chad Coase finishes up third, and he is with Ricky.
Yeah, I don't think you have to keep on reminding Chad how long it's been since you're on the podium, but you are today, and you were fast all day today.
Yeah, it's just nice. I really don't have words. We didn't expect this, I'll say. We've been putting in a ton of work behind the scenes, like just testing, trying to get me comfortable. That's my thing. When I can ride in my comfort zone, I'm fast. And hats off to my team. They believed in me.
Yeah, he said he's still able to walk. He thinks he's fine. He's just got to walk a little slower, you know.
I really gotta give it to my team.
I told him, well, I asked him first, I was like, can you sell to me when you get home? And he's like, yeah. So he still said yeah, even before I knew that his ankle was fucked up. And then he was like, yeah, I fucked up my ankle. So I think he's still good enough to be able to, he said he's good enough to be able to walk to his car and to his house and all that. I said, he just said he has to be slower about it. And he wasn't against coming tonight. I told him he could slide down my stairs like I used to do. When I had my knee injury, I would just slide down the stairs. Dude, don't be sorry. We talk what we love.
Let's take a look at our point standings after round number 6 here at Butts Creek. It is Cody Cobb.
This ain't just a NASCAR. I talk about dumb shit all the time. I talk about baseball. Red Sox versus Twins. Jaron Duran's leading off today.
Davis Fisher running out
Sonny Gray's the pitcher.
the first time ever. American Flat Track came to the Parkwood Big Throttle Fest presented by
1:35 p.m. only on Nesson.
for some racing action on this half mile. It was the 28 tag to take him to win the singles class, and Breyer Bauman would go on to win Super Twins class. On behalf of Ricky Rackman and Colby Carlisle, I'm Scott Miller. We'll see you at Williams Grove, Pennsylvania.
All right, here we go.
Friday, we're now kicking off the biggest day in motorsports with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the North Carolina Education Lottery 200, as we are just 9 races away from the chase.
You also love
for the
unique
trucks.
animals. My favorite animal is actually not that unique. The red-bellied black snake. That's pretty unique. I mean, probably not as like obscure as some animals, but
Truck Series, Kyle Busch.
Hello and welcome on what is still a very tough weekend to navigate, but we do have a race
love
to be
snakes.
run
Snakes
here
are
this
cool.
morning. Alongside of Michael Waltrip and Regan Smith, I'm Eric Brennan. And
One time I
Michael,
licked
these
a snake.
drivers, Charlotte means
That was
a
pretty
lot
dumb.
to these drivers and teams for so many reasons. For many of them, this is
Yeah.
home.
It is.
It was back in my weird era where I would just do the craziest shit to be shocking. Like, I would just do things for the shock factor of it.
You hit the track. By the way, they haven't hit it yet.
Oh, you're gonna watch a truck race by yourself? All right.
These guys have been anticipating this
Enjoy.
moment for 3 days now. And what I love about it, Eric, is how much speed they carry
So yeah,
here.
I just
We talked
picked
about
up this
this a mile and a half,
snake,
but it's
Dom's
different.
snake,
It's
and I just
tighter,
licked
it's
it.
faster. The banking, the truck's grip really tight in turns. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch these guys work out what they don't know yet. Right, Regan?
Well, Michael, you hit on it, right? They have been here 3 days and have not hit the racetrack yet, haven't made a lap at speed. That's going to
Who's
present
this
some challenges
fucking
early on. How's your
play-by-play
truck gonna
guy?
drive? What's it going to do as you get...
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What is it going to do
Okay.
when you get into turn one and settle off into there for the first time? You want everything to be perfect, and that's what they're going to be hoping for. You talk about trial by fire. That's what all of these drivers are going to be under as they begin their parade and pace laps. And we'll take a look at
What the fuck was that? I don't know, Jaden.
Lottery 200 starting lineup. And due to qualifying and practice being rained out on Friday, it was started by the metric, and Corey Day in the truck that Kyle Busch was slated to pilot is going to start on pole alongside of Blaine Riggs. As we
Corey
go through
Day
the
is my
starting
win
grid.
pick for today.
Corey LaJoie's been really good.
I think he
in
gets
that
his
Ram
first
truck.
truck series win.
Today, Ben Rhodes. And you know what I
And
love
music was
going through the
banging
lineup,
too, yeah.
Regan, you see Grant Enfinger there inside the top 20. Wait till you get to the back of this field. There's some heavy hitters that are going to be racing hard from the back.
I thought for a second it got like
To get up front.
the broadcast got like hijacked.
As we look, Daniel Hemrick a little bit-
I remember I used to watch these videos
But as we get
on
back
YouTube
here,
of like
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.,
like broadcasts that were hijacked.
They've got a lot of.
Like there was one, it was like a Doctor Who episode.
I am here for it. I can't
I got
wait
like
to see that.
hijacked, and this guy named Max Headroom just came on the
Let's get
fucking
some late breaking
screen,
stories at
and
Pit Road. We'll welcome in
it was like
Josh
the
Sims. Hey,
creepiest
Josh.
shit ever. I thought that was happening for a
Hey
second.
Eric, well Ross Chastain told me this track has given him some of the highest of highs and lowest of lows. Of course, the Coke 600 win, one of those high points, and last night he added to that list with a win in the weather-shortened O'Reilly race in the 9 car for Junior Motorsport. And of course, he paid tribute to Kyle Busch with a signature bow in victory lane after he was able to get this one under caution. He's now won in every one of NASCAR's top series here at Charlotte. There you see the bow right there. He'll be a busy man today. He's got this truck series race, and then he'll be in the 600 as he tries to sweep the weekend, Amanda.
Hey, Josh, yeah, you might see Travis Pastrana in that 25 Ram truck at the back of this field. He had to stop on the backstretch and said that he might have pulled some Brad Pitt moves there, said that his wheel wasn't straight. So I don't know what he's having battles there in there, but he told me that Charlotte is a nemesis to him. Of all the tracks on the circuit, Turn 4 is his least favorite of the whole season. But welcome back to Travis Pastrana, his second race here in the Craftsman Truck Series. Doesn't know what the rest of the season looks like, but he's trying, guys.
Thanks, Amanda. Now let's take a look at our Craftsman track description for Charlotte.
A mile and a half in length, 24 degrees banking in each end, so there's no variable banking, but tight, fast. That's what I think of. It's always been that way, Regan. The pavement seems to just grip these trucks up, especially when it's cool and overcast like it is this morning.
And a lot of throttle time because of that, Michael. Let's take
Be
a
a
look
stage
at the
breakdown
race
for today.
analysis
It's
as
a
well.
134 lap
And you
race
see here,
around a
30 laps.
1.5
These are
mile
quick
track, so that comes out to
stages
200
today.
miles.
It's gonna almost feel like they're
Stage
over
1
as
is
quick
30
as they
laps.
start
Stage
these
2 is
stages.
also 30
And
laps.
at
The
the
final
last
stage is
stage,
74
there
laps.
will
The
be a
fuel
pit
window
stop
is
in there.
49 to
What do you do
52
now?
laps.
And Michael
So the
alluded
first
to
two stages
weather.
will not
The
have to
rails
pit
probably
under green. The
as
final
promising
stage
as
you
it's
will.
been over the last 48 hours. Still comfortable for the fans who decided to come to
Getting
the
ready
track
to
early
go.
this morning, but certainly cloudy and still
Gonna
a
have
little
some
bit of
fun
a
times today.
low-hanging ceiling, if you will, here at the track.
Gonna try to
Before we
make
get
this day the
underway,
best we can.
Listen in to Travis Pastrana's radio before this race starts.
Got what? 1,300 miles of racing today.
Appreciate you guys. Give me a try.
Actually, it's 201 miles. Is it?
Travis locked and ready to go, and he will be trying to be one of those drivers charging from the back of the field starting in 29th spot. Well, it has been a very difficult last few days.
Oh, yeah, you're
for the
right. It is
NASCAR
201.
world. The
So we'll
next
have
151
1,301 miles of
are enough
racing
for us to be
today.
able to disconnect from the harsh reality for just a short while.
Hopefully.
And it will be the truck that Kyle Busch was slated to pilot on pole with Corey Day at the wheel, Lane Riggs alongside.
do this. Here we
Glad
go.
you're with us on Fox Sports 1. Time to get the North Carolina Education Lottery.
Green flags in the air. We are racing from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the truck race.
Great start by Lane Riggs on the front row. You see him diving to the bottom there. He punched everything up back there. They're 3 wide, of course.
Corey LaJoie just about got pinched up into the wall, but Chastain now going to the middle there.
Is this thing going to switch to green?
Honeycutt up to the top side. Here comes Corey Day on
There we go.
turn 4. Here's what happened on the start.
You can see the 9 to 34.
And Corey Day leads lap 1 at Charlotte.
Majeski, the yellow 88, and then look what happens behind them.
And so easy to do here, Michael. At Charlotte, wheel spin on the outside line as we see Caden Honeycutt going to the outside already, making a great move.
And this race just has to get to lap 60, the end of stage 2, for it to be an official race.
These guys got to watch the O'Reilly cars run, so they know there's a lot of grip from the bottom of the racetrack all the way to the top. It's Corey Day.
Oh, man, Corey Day. And Caden Honeycutt made a little bit of contact. That allows Lane Riggs to get to the lead.
Spinning the tires, and now he's leading the race already.
That's what you call a rebound in a hurry.
And he's got some help. That's Christian Eckes in the 91 trying to tow his way up the second spot. Just behind him, the 1 of Brandon Jones as Day slots in the 3rd.
If these guys are feeling these trucks out early on in this race, you
Ooh, the
can fool
2.
me as we see sideways there just a little bit.
Luke Baldwin.
Luke Baldwin has a bit of an issue, it looks like.
There you see behind him is the 71, Shane Van Gisbergen. Those guys are at the back of the field right now.
Luke may have gotten up into the wall a little bit. Trying to rebound from some heartbreak at Dover last time out as Riggs' lead is starting to get cut into by Christian Eckes.
Luke Baldwin comes to pit road.
Here's a look at what happened to the 2.
Oh, that's slight contact there.
And that's just a part of trying to figure out, as it looks like it just got loose on him, Michael. I didn't see anybody make contact there, but trying to figure out what your truck is going to do early on, and the lack of practice, the lack of time on track this weekend, and that right rear, a tough spot on these trucks to have damage on.
Well, in this track, we talk about the speed, Regan, and if you get sideways here, it's a handful. You're going that fast, you have so much grip. When it slips away from you, man, it just seems to go straight to the wall in a hurry.
Report is that Luke may have had a right rear tire go down as we check in on this battle for 4th. That's the pole sitter Day in the 7 inside of Brandon Jones. While Lane Riggs leads, his teammate Chandler Smith just behind in the 38 trying to crack the top 5 as he gets a good
Where's
run on
Natalie
4.
Decker at? Yeah, I don't think she's
I like
racing
the
this
truck that you
weekend.
can duck to the bottom. I think there's a little bit of
Or ever again,
you get a
maybe.
little bit of gray area when you go up top. But if you've got a truck that you can dive right down to that white line on the bottom, like you see right there, Chandler Smith doing, I think that's the kind of truck that can win this race.
And over the long haul in particular, Michael, right that bottom, if your truck is handling down there, really going to give you a little bit more options, whether you want to go up high a little bit or down to the bottom. You can get away from the traffic, get away from the air of the truck in front of you.
And there you see the 1 truck. Brandon Jones right to the bottom. Makes quick work of Corey Day in that 7, and he brings along with him Chandler Smith in the 38.
We talked about a lot of trucks moving their way up to the field. Daniel Hemrick has gained 10 spots since the start of this race. Stenhouse, who started towards the back of the pack, up 9. And even Christian Eckes, who's running in 2nd, he's up from the 7th spot on this race. We check in on Stenhouse, who is still moving forward.
And we knew that Ricky would be fun to watch as this race started. The Nice trucks, of course, always so very good here in Charlotte.
Caution.
And we got a caution on the racetrack.
Why?
Problems in turn number 2. It's going to slow this race
wanna
for
show
the
it, or-
first time. Saw a puff of smoke as I believe we had one truck have problems.
You wanna show it, or are you
in
just
the
gonna
field,
talk
with the
about
yellow
it?
Coming out with Lane Riggs out in front. And
71.
Shane Van Gisbergen
Oh,
went for a
SVG
shot
has
in
trouble.
turns 1 and 2.
Shane hadn't made many moves early in this race, so evidently the truck wasn't to his liking. He was
So it's about a 3-minute, 37-second green flag run to start the race.
Oh, and no wonder. We talked about it. It gets loose and things happen in a hurry.
And did a nice job as we see this from Travis Pastrana's number 25 Ram truck. It just happens so often in Charlotte, Michael. You get into the corner and you try to give it just a little
SVG
bit
went
more
around.
wheel, and it just snaps sideways on you, and then you're trying to save it.
And just like Cole Trickle, he drove right into the smoke and came out the other side, and nothing was there. I bet you that was exciting for Travis.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any damage.
Pastrana's been able to navigate a couple.
Hey, that was STV. Man, that was a good 10-block trip right there. You didn't hit him at all right there when he was spinning, right? Nope, had a great view of smoke.
You gotta like that. Travis has got a lot of energy. I think he wakes up in the morning and just wants to go race something or jump something. He's a crazy cat.
Or jump out of something. So the pits are going to be open this time. However, most of the leaders are going to elect to stay out.
I don't see any takers for this little stop, but here comes Majeski as soon as I say that.
Majeski was running at about the 13th spot at the time of the caution, and he's going to be the first of the front runners.
He started up front and had fallen back outside the top 10, so obviously he didn't like something about that truck.
Yeah, and I'd anticipate we'll see, obviously, the tires going on time. Majeski's
Yeah, SVG's not the best on left turns.
Of some form right here. He had lost 9 spots. Michael, you mentioned how he fell outside the top 10. So
I mean, there's left turns at road courses.
Yep, looks
so.
like maybe making an adjustment to something with the shock. Maybe the Packer adjustment in there might be hitting the racetrack too much. That's what you see a lot of times when they're doing that, or it's not low enough.
Dawson Sutton on pit road. Here's Luke Baldwin. They're going to check out the damage from his scrub against the wall. Baldwin's a lap down.
And an opportunistic caution for Luke right there to be able to work on that truck and make it good. Working our first caution of the race in the North Carolina Education Lottery 200. We'll come on back for the restart right after this.
Opening day, just like we used to. I love being out here with Sam again, especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be back.
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
And there it was, the first great American yell, echoing like a sonic boom across history. This country didn't tiptoe onto the world stage.
Back for the caution, you mean commercial,
we
yeah.
were born loud. Liberty is loud, baby.
Wait, really?
Something to say? Say it. Something to prove? Prove it.
Did Bob
Because
actually
in
say
this
that?
Country, in loud we trust.
Oh, there, yep. So the cutoff time for this race is actually noon now. So I will be doing the entire stream. I might end up being a little bit late for the Indy 500 stream is what that would mean, but... It's a Fox thing. That's not a NASCAR decision. That's not a NASCAR decision. It's a Fox thing.
At least Safeway.
I honestly don't hate it. I really don't.
Come to me for free?
That's right. SafeLight can come to you for free, so you can get
Just
your windshield
logistically,
fixed
I don't hate
anywhere
it.
You want, and no
Yeah,
additional
it's kinda
cost.
stupid,
For free
but
local
logistically, I
service,
don't
go to
hate that.
SafeLight.com.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
The greatest day in motorsports is a reminder that we are on the heels of America's most somber holiday. We, of course, think about all of the men and women who serve across our military branches, but this weekend is about those who paid the ultimate sacrifice to allow us to do what we do on this day each and every year. We are, of course, thinking about all of our former and active military this weekend as well.
No one does it better than the Charlotte Motor Speedway, saying thank you to those who paid the ultimate price. And the families, Gold Star families that are here, it's just a special weekend, and you can just feel the love.
Let's get an update on yesterday's winner. Here's Josh.
Well, you guys talked about the field getting bunched up at the start of this race. That led to some left front damage on the nose, as you see.
Oh, Ross Chastain, last night's winner's got some damage.
The radio asked them if they should come in and pit and tend to it.
Ross Chastain planning on running 800 miles today. 801 miles, as
driving fine as of now. So let's keep an eye on the 45
Daniel
and see
corrected me.
how this damage affects their run right now, guys.
And Regan, I don't see enough there that I think could hurt the downforce on the front of that truck. It looks like it's caved in up above up higher.
Corey Day's a young guy,
and I think
so
it's fine the way it's flared out on the bottom.
As long as that tire's not smoking, let it go for right now. Leland Honeyman also has some damage on the backside of his
here we go.
number 62 truck. However, he too is elected to stay out and try to continue his battle as he is running in the top 10. Getting set to get back underway. It'll be 19 laps to go in stage
Green flag's
one.
back in the air.
Leading his first ever laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway brings us back to the restart.
Look on the side of that truck. It says Charlotte, the Niners. And you can see that's got to be a proud moment for that school located here in Charlotte to be running right out front and leading this race.
Corey Day slip up to the high side right there, just really trying to learn that 7 truck and fight it, but that was a big moment in turns 1 and 2.
Look at this mess. They're all over the place.
Bit of a block by freezing there on Garcia, 52 and 98 on the bottom of the track. Garcia trying to hold on to a loose truck, double wide for what looks like 6 rows, now 3 wide on turn 4 in the mid pack.
Are we gonna go back to green on here?
Just
There
what
we
we
go.
expected all over this racetrack.
I thought maybe we'd have some time to take and learn for a little bit for these drivers. Not the case, Michael. They're getting after it. Truck in the middle, Ben Rhodes in a 99. Corey Day continuing to slide back. He just fell out of the top 10 for the first time in this race.
Chastain with a big push on the back of Day. He'll go high.
Monaco had to end at a certain time. I do not remember
Down
that.
there. It's been a good start to the race for Stewart.
Oh wait, no, I think I do. It was like a rain because F1 has like a 3-hour rule, where from start to finish it has to be in 3 hours. So it's a pretty stupid rule.
Honeycutt still trying to work the top side. He's been pretty much committed to that middle groove since this race began. And you see what that middle groove does. It gives Kate Honeycutt that run down the back straightaway. He's just trying to get that truck wound up to be able to see if he can make a pass. And look at Christian Eckes in front of him. The back of that truck is hanging out as he goes through the lead, Michael.
SCG and Luke Baldwin at minimum speed.
That's tight. Look at this.
Luke Baldwin's 2 laps down. Or sorry, 1 lap
And
down.
now Honeycutt comes up the outside trying to battle for the lead.
This is a big day for Christian Eckes.
Christian Eckes takes the lead here.
The Hildeman team has struggled mightily this year, and he's able to drive to the lead.
Last week, very uncharacteristic. They still battled to get a 7th place run, but man, I know they had their struggles and looking fantastic early on in this Charlotte race. As Eckes becomes our 3rd different leader, he got the lead in dramatic fashion. Watch this.
This is what you call, Aaron, clearing yourself. He just ran that other truck, the truck of Riggs, right up the hill and grabbed that spot.
And based on how that was looking like it was going to turn out, Michael, I think Lane Riggs is probably fine with just losing 3 spots there and being able to fight another lap here.
Hello, I'm coming over.
Oh, Caden Honeycutt. Oh.
And that's,
No, that was a replay. Sorry.
Having to try and utilize that side draft, and sometimes you just get it just a little bit wrong between the 2 trucks, and it doesn't work out. Let's get an update on the 3rd leader of the race, Christian Eckes. Here's Josh.
Well, guys, you talked about the inconsistency we've seen from Christian Eckes in his first year back in the Truck Series. I talked to him the other day, and he talked about the frustrations.
Baited, yeah.
There's only been a couple of races where they felt like they had a dominant truck capable of winning. So he said we had to evaluate our team, look at some things we could change. He said they went back to setups that they used a couple of years ago when he was in the Truck Series, stuff they could use to help him out and get back to where he could drive aggressively and contend for wins. Well, they unloaded pretty good. He said the truck is just a little bit tight, but otherwise feels like he has something he can really work with, and you're seeing that right now, guys.
And listening to Josh talk about that truck being just a little bit tight, Michael, if I'm starting this race today out there like these guys are, I want my truck to be just a little bit to the tight side. That's way easier to manage early on for the driver, and so you know exactly what you want.
And I just love what Lane Riggs is doing right now. He had the lead. He was running the bottom. He lost the lead. He said, well, there's more grooves out there. Let me try a top one and see if I can get anything done up there. And you see immediately Brandon Jones adapts. He adjusts. He said, I see the truck behind me making some ground. I'm going to give that a go up there.
For more on Lane Riggs, here's Amanda.
Yeah, guys, and I think he's just holding on for dear life out there. He radioed to his team, this thing is so loose, I'm just holding on. So he's counting down this lap to the end of the stage 1. If you look at that UNC Charlotte truck that Lane Riggs is driving here right in Charlotte, he is so proud of this round on this truck. Said that he pitched UNC Charlotte to be a sponsor. You see that Go Niners right
And Kyle could still win the Owners' Championship.
He said, I made Lane take a photo
representing your.
He's not even like officially an owner though, is he? He's like, I don't even know what he is. Or what he was.
Both corners, turns 1 or 2 and 3 or 4. That truck was extremely loose, and we just mentioned it, Michael, that you definitely, as we see,
Ty Majeski's slow on track.
Racetrack just on pit road during that first caution.
Wow, what's going on here? That looks like some sort of electrical problem.
He's on the backstretch. That's probably going to be a caution.
I got power, but like it's like the throttle just stopped. The throttle just stopped like engaging.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what Richard Petty is to Legacy.
They're making that pit stop, and not sure what could be going on if the throttle's just not engaging on that truck. So
I mean, he's still moving.
Keep up with that.
I've never heard that. A throttle not engaging. I was going to get you to break that down for me, Regan.
I'm glad you did. I was trying to leave that to you, Michael, but been a rough season for Tom
Caution.
Majeski as the caution is out now.
Caution's out for Ty Majeski.
He's going to be able to make it back, and even if so, he's traveling at a very slow pace on the apron at turns 3 and 4, and that will draw the second caution of the race with 9 laps to go in this stage. And I mean, look at the trajectory of Ty's year so far. You want to see those line graphs.
That's about a 5 minute and 47-second green flag run right there.
And valleys out there. It can be frustrating. You know you're fast, but then the bad races in between. It just, as a team and a driver, it can
Luke
frustrate.
Baldwin gets the free pass. He'll go back on the lead lap.
Potential, and you know you're gonna eventually win when you have the kind of speed he has, but just a lot of problems this year.
If our stock portfolio looked like that, we would not be able
Caution
to
from Matt Crafton,
That
yeah.
was a rough look, and it looks like it's going to head back down for Majeski, who has already gone a lap down, and he will continue to try to limp his way back to the pit area. And this caution comes out at an interesting time. 8 to go on the stage, and you got to think there's a number of crew chiefs down there that are thinking this is the time to flip the stage right now, potentially, when they do open pit road up. Possibly flip it and get your stop out of the way.
So Ty Majeski's getting a push from the push truck.
We're gonna have some flippers. We're gonna have some stage flippers here for sure.
Especially for some of the trucks that may not be racing for the Drivers' Championship, like a Brandon Jones, a Ross Chastain, a William Sawalich that are in the top 10. Those may be some of the 3 that may want to take advantage of this because they don't need the stage points at this time.
An interesting cat for me is Shane Van Gisbergen, and we saw him just laboring in the back of the field. They threw that green flag for this restart, and he has jumped up 13 spots inside in the top 25. The 71 truck was on.
You had a dream last night that your car's throttle wasn't working?
As he came to that caution, this could be an interesting time for him to say, okay, guys, we got a truck we can pass people with, we can win this race with. Let's use some strategy here. That's what this is all about.
And it sounds like on the radio that we might be seeing SVG as one of the trucks that are going to elect to try to come down the pit lane once the pits are open. As for the race leader, Christian Eckes, he's now led in 4 of his 6 starts at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Well, this summer, the biggest tournament on the planet comes to America, and you can see it all right here on Fox. Get ready for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It's all kicking off June 11th on Fox and FS1. It's been fun to travel to a lot of the different cities that are hosting the World Cup and seeing them start to promote it in a big way. Really excited to see how that all pans out.
And at Dover last week, I got to be a USA number 15, so I'm going to be proudly watching Fox Sports and following America.
Excited to see Team USA.
You want Ross to sweep the weekend?
See what they're capable of. Always a good time.
That'd be interesting.
So the pits are going to be open this time. And
now the 13.
Another driver who's had a really tough 2026. That's Cole Butcher.
Cole Butcher. Slow. He's getting the push.
Down for another lap at least.
Who is this play-by-play guy?
That's interesting. Getting a report of fuel pressure issues.
I know Jamie Little's in Indianapolis.
He's been fast too. You know, you talk about the ups and downs. He starts with a lot of promise, a lot of speed, but has had a lot of issues during the course of the season. The team's filling it up with gas. You can see the crew members back there working on that left rear corner.
Eric Brennan?
And I
Maybe.
have to think it seems way too early in the race to be out of fuel, and I mean, you got to think maybe there's something else going on causing him to feel like it's out of fuel, potentially maybe a pickup issue or something like that with that.
He's doing a pretty good job.
A couple of Thor Sport trucks there.
And you can see them, they're getting ready to raise the back of the deck lid of this truck, and that would kind of indicate that there's something else that they want to try and see if they can figure out.
And this team desperately wants to try to remediate the problem because they do not want this to be a fourth
That'd be
straight
cool.
DNF.
I don't think Kyle would have ever been a commentator, but that would have been a cool thing to see.
Early in this race for
I think he was supposed to be in the booth, in the CW booth, a few weeks from now.
Well, Ricky Stenhouse, a strong start to this race. Stenhouse doesn't need any points. I'd be really surprised if he isn't one of the guys in this sport truck that hit pit road here.
I think definitely with the speed
at least
he's shown
blunts.
early on, Michael, the amount of spots he's moved up, 18 since the start of the race, that would
A
be
lot
a
of
great
blunts.
play for them. And you know, we mentioned we thought he was going to be good in the sport truck today, and he's proven that so far.
That screams America to me, right? Memorial Day weekend's got the red, white, blue flying on that Ford JF electric truck. Beautiful truck.
So the pits are going to be open this time. It'll be up to Eckes, Honeycutt, and Brandon Jones, who will be the first three to decide how they want to treat the remainder of this stage as they get set to approach the pit lane, which will offer up a green indicator for the first time under this caution flag. And Eckes is going to lead the charge as we get set to kick off pit stops. Let's go down to Amanda.
Yeah, and Eric, I'm not surprised to see Lane Riggs take the opportunity as well. It was right after he lost the lead where he was like, I'm just hanging on out here. His crews were one of the first over the wall. As you see the change happening now, it's going to be some air pressure adjustments and wedge to get this truck righted for Lane Riggs, Josh.
91 of Christian Eckes. Pretty happy with that truck at the start. Then it built too tight for him. He said, I don't want to be freed up too much. It was a big adjustment, 4 tires and fuel for him. Caden Honeycutt, same report. Tight. Not able to really get to the trucks in front of him, especially on turn 4. 4 tires and fuel for Honeycutt.
And in the race off of pit road, it is going to be Grant Enfinger.
I guess if you want to think about it like that.
Being pulled for the driver of the CR7 number 9. So strategy being deployed here before we close out stage 1 at Charlotte. Restart on the other side of the break.
I'm a delivery robot. And this burrito, it ain't gonna deliver itself. Incoming. I'm noodle looking both ways. Hey, I'm working here, all right?
Go on, little guy.
Uh-oh. Andiamo! And if you don't have the right auto coverage, you'll be paying for this yourself. Switch to Allstate, and you can save hundreds. Hey, Jules, you still dating that slot machine?
The yard looks incredible. Thanks. All it took was... Nope.
Really?
I heard you looking for myself.
Super easy.
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
My name is Daniel. I've been a barista for 8 years, but I wanted to bring my take on real coffee to the community, and my Toyota BZ helped me get there.
Imagine what you can do with an all-electric vehicle that gets you. Toyota. Let's go places.
When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
We tried everything to get a great yard.
Doing it ourselves.
Different lawn care companies.
But with True Green, we finally got a golf course quality lawn.
That's when the golfers showed up.
Whoa, she's a beaut. I told ya. So now we get our weekends back.
Did you know it was this kind of tea time?
Everybody knew. Good luck with that.
Our lawn has never looked better.
You playing through?
True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn.
Fairways look great.
Sign up now at truegreen.com.
Welcome back to the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, setting up what is going to be a 2-lap sprint to end stage 1 after what was a very eventful round of pit stops, including for Leland Honeyman, who was running in the top 10 at the time, having a little bit of trouble getting out of his pit stall.
There's stuff going on all over this pit road. You can see just squeezing his way out there. You talked about eventful pit road. We're getting ready to have an eventful restart here, Eric. This is going to be crazy. A couple of trucks on the front row.
And we saw the initial start, Michael. We saw the initial start and how guys were able to spin tires and what could happen. Well, a couple trucks on the front row, Justin Haley and Dawson Sutton, old tires on those trucks. That is not going to help matters at all, and I'll be curious to see the top lane or the bottom lane. It appears the bottom lane has been prevailing not only last night, but this morning so far as well.
And we see Ty Majeski and team, the report is they're having a fuel pump issue. We also got a report that his teammate Cole Butcher, they had to change a fuel pump on that truck as well. Bizarre for both Norris Sport trucks to be plagued with that problem. As we get set, the drivers are going to approach the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, and it is a couple of drivers looking for stage points. Justin
All right,
Haley
back green. 2 laps to go on the stage. Quick 2-lap shootout.
Sutton in the 26 get us back underway with 2 to go on the stage.
2 to go, and they're going to be 4 wide. This
What's up, Andy?
Crazy.
And Finger, who took 2 tires, jumps up to the top side, but here comes
Ooh.
Eckes, who slides wide with Brandon Jones.
Oh
down
my
the
God.
road, wide behind
This is
him,
crazy.
into the wall.
Look at that.
What the fuck? This ain't Talladega, boys. Christian Eckes to the lead.
Down there, entering at that angle.
This is scary. Oh my God.
Out of the top 10. He's dropping like a rock on that top side.
Final lap of the stage right here.
Just a great restart for Christian Eckes. Had his truck in the right places at the right time. And some great battles still behind him side by side here.
Half a lap to go in stage 1 as Jones gets up to second. Lane Riggs made a pass to move up to 4th. Here's Honeycutt trying to pick up a few more spots.
Oh, he wanted to go low so bad, but decided to swing up to the top side. Can he get that 5?
Coming to the end of the stage, Christian Eckes will win stage 1
It's going to be Christian
at Charlotte.
coming to the line to get his 3rd stage win of 2026 with Brandon Jones and Lane Riggs, the top 3 after 30 laps.
That was a 1 and 9 second green flag run to end the stage. That was
really
wild.
Nice job of Christian Eckes to work his way through traffic, through turns 1 and 2 in particular, early on that restart, and to be able to find his way back to the front. He's got tires, got fuel, he's got stage points. Michael, he's got.
Did I see the video? I'll watch it now.
And this team, I talked earlier about a bit of a struggle for this organization. No struggle today. That's great to see. Good speed.
Oh, yeah, this one.
And that's what the trucks have started on the front row of that restart. Justin Haley's gone all the way back to 31st, but Dawson Sutton did get a point by finishing 10th.
Into the rubber and just loses it.
Well,
That's
it
what
has
happened
certainly
with
been
Scotty
a
Madden
very
Ronald
tough
Woods.
few days here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we continue to honor the life and legacy of not only the all-time wins leader in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, all-time wins leader in the O'Reilly Series, 2-time Cup Series champion, Kyle Busch, who we lost on Thursday at the age of 41. Kyle leaves us behind with many memories of his success. He had a tenacity and a drive for victory and an absolute hatred for anything but. His personality and everything that came along with Rowdy is certainly going to be missed. Our hearts and thoughts are with his family and all who knew Kyle and loved him.
Fancy Feast presents our latest chef-inspired creation, Fancy Feast Gems. This rich pyramid mousse pâté puts
You're gonna go take
time
it to the
in a whole
dump?
new light and turns
Wait, you're going
everyday
to the dump?
into
Like the
extraordinary.
trash
Fancy
place? Or
Feast
like you're gonna go
Gems.
take a
Love is in
dump?
the details.
I need answers. If I don't get an answer from you in a second, I will be texting you.
When you have
Fios 1 gig internet.
No, I'm
your
texting
internet
him.
at full speed.
I need to know.
There's video calling, temp controlling, uploading. Oh, and someone's at the door. Power your home. And
Nick
all
says
your
his
devices
foot is
all at
fine
once.
now.
Plus, now you choose what goes into your plan with My Home. Get the speed you need and save on entertainment you love, like Netflix and HBO Max for just $10 a month. Upgrade your home to Fios 1 gig today. Visit Verizon.com/myverizon.
Your weekly grocery bill, it adds up. So with the Verizon Visa card, we're turning that spending into rewards you want. Start earning 4% in rewards when you shop at the grocery store. Get gas and dine out. Plus, your rewards can be put toward your Verizon bill or on brand new tech. All with no annual fee. So turn everyday errands into everyday earnings. Get 4% in rewards with the Verizon Visa card. Apply today.
He says he's taking a trip to the dump.
May not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Oh, he just has a bunch of trash that he needs to throw away in the dump. I don't know why I can't just go to the dumpster.
Came back and still was able to capture the title. Also, Charlotte was one of his best racetracks. Fittingly that we are here this weekend, getting set to run the 600 later on today. And Crown Jewels was something that he knew how to capture quite often, including the Brickyard 400.
Andy
With
Chicken
another
Butt.
Exclamation point with his second title to put aside the one that he captured years prior, despite missing those handful of races. Kyle's legacy was something that is going to live on forever throughout our industry. As we welcome you back to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the North Carolina Education Lottery 200, and we'll welcome you back into the broadcast booth along with Michael Waltrip and Regan Smith. I'm Eric Brendan, and you know, Michael, it's really been hard to grasp the reality that we've been living in over these last 2 days, knowing that Kyle is no longer with us, and the mood has been somber, but looking at clips like that and some of the other memories we've been able to stir up, what a life that Kyle lived and what a legacy he's left behind.
You know what I love? I know he's in heaven looking down. And so many people that he battled elbow to elbow with and wrecked and wanted to fight are telling everyone how wonderful of a person Kyle was, what a competitor he was, what competitive spirit he possessed, and how much he wanted to go out and do the right thing on the racetrack by winning races. And then you see him now raising his kids and all the things he does with Brexton and Lennox. It just warms your heart. And I know Kyle's smiling thinking, wow, I didn't know they all liked me that much. And I know also that his family are loving these moments too, getting to hear everybody pay respect and be so thoughtful and thankful that we knew Kyle Busch. I can't believe he's gone. It's really hard for me to grasp, but I believe that he's in a better place.
You know, the last conversation I had, lengthy conversation I had with Kyle was at Texas a few weeks ago, and we talked for maybe 10 seconds about racing and about race cars. We spent the next 5 to 10 minutes talking about Brexton and talking about his family and what was going on with Lennox and Samantha and just, you know, as everyone's been saying all weekend, it doesn't seem real. It just doesn't seem real. And to have had the opportunity to be on the racetrack and race with Kyle and know him off the track and the family man that he became, he is going to be so missed. And just love being able to honor him this weekend and showcase what a talent he was.
Well, off the track, Michael was able to have some fun with him as well. We talked about the Cup Championships. How about this title that Kyle won?
He's a 24/7 wrestling champion. I was the referee that night, surprised those guys, showed my referee outfit, and watch this.
WWE 24/7 champion.
Waltrip has a referee shirt on. Oh, no, there we go. Right there. 1, 2, 3, and Kyle Busch becomes 24/7 champion in 2019.
It just doesn't matter what it was. Kyle found a way to always win, even in wrestling.
All he does is win. That's right.
You're getting a breakfast hot
So we
pocket.
will continue to honor Kyle not only
I'm
throughout
kinda
the
hungry.
rest of this program, but throughout the rest of the season, as will just about every racing series. From Charlotte to Indy, it's all over and well-deserved for Kyle and company as we are a half a lap away from the restart here with the trucks to begin stage number 2. A little bit of housekeeping here. We talked about Justin Haley falling back. He actually had a flat left front on the last lap, as did his teammate Brendan Butterbean Queen.
Most of the trucks came on down, filled up with Sunoco race fuel with zero carbon bioethanol, and it is Christian Eckes who took home top honors in the stage. And Regan, how about Dawson Sutton hanging on there for a top 10?
Yeah, a really nice job on Old Tires finding a way to get at least a point out of it. And you mentioned Justin Haley. Had to question if something wasn't going wrong there as quick as he fell back through the pack. Looked a little out of control, too.
Well, we see Ricky Stenhouse going to restart on the outside of the fourth row. And then a guy I've been watching all race long, Brandon Jones. I think he's going to be one of my favorites to get it done today. He's just got a fast #1 truck, and he's in a good spot right now.
As they come into the
all right, going back green.
Zone, it will be Christian Eckes, the control truck on the bottom. And
Green flags in the air. Stage 2 is underway.
Brandon Jones alongside as we're back underway with 25 laps to go in stage 2.
Nice start there. Good pushes for our front row. Grant said, I'm tired of pushing, though. I'm going high. Takes that 9 truck up top.
Oof.
Oh!
And Honeyman having a moment there in the middle of the pack. Tanner Gray gets by on the outside. Everybody keeps it straight.
See those guys zigzagging around on the straightaways, just trying to break the draft to get a little bit of a cushion behind them.
Shit.
Looked like Grant was maybe going to make that top side work when we got down the back.
Why is it doing this?
Unfortunately, 3 and 4 didn't work out for him. He's going to have to try and get that wound up again. And Caden Honeycutt trying to make a move to the bottom here, Michael.
Look how wide Lane's running in that 34 truck right out next to the wall. Ducks down to the bottom to catch that draft. I think it's important to remember at home if you're watching 180 miles an hour to pickup truck. That's why that air means so much. These guys are leaning on each other so tight.
The effect of the draft in these trucks, very impactful, and that's why we'll see Briggs and company try to stay right in the tire tracks and a leader. But update on Leland Honeyman in the 62. We saw him get out of shape on the restart. Flat tire as he came down to the pit road to get service rendered. Zach is trying to break up that draft down the backstretch, hoping to keep Briggs in bay.
That's about as aggressive as I've seen guys to break the draft on the straightaways. And we've seen it all.
Ty Majeski has gone to the garage.
You know, on this Christian Eckes truck, he's been able to really hold that corner low coming off of the corners and not having to use up the entire racetrack as we see Brandon Jones here in a battle right now with Ross Chastain. Ross getting a little bit loose right there.
Oh, trouble. Front stripe.
Caution.
Truck up in flames going down to turn number 1.
You want to show it?
Caution is out immediately. As
Holy
the truck
shit.
has made its way down to the apron.
Get out, 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 get out.
Worse.
Get that thing over in the grass. That'll help.
He's on. Well, I think they've mostly extinguished it. The in-car fire extinguisher.
Luke can hop out of that thing right quick.
Luke Baldwin was on fire.
Quick, which he's hustling out as fast
Holy
as he
shit.
can. Glad to see him pop out.
Yes, sir.
Luke was unfortunately still a lap down at the time after the initial problem at the start of the race. You see
He's
Luke
out. He's
climbing from
okay.
the truck.
Letting the safety team know that he's okay, but he's obviously taking in some fumes, coughing those up.
See at the top of the screen there.
The thing just blow up,
Regan, like it blew up. Yeah, Michael, and of course the fire to follow immediately.
That's hot oil onto the headers, and what a mess. Look at all that fire. Just glad to see Luke hop out of that. And you know, looking on TV, you just, as a guy that's, a couple of guys that's been on fire before, it's just, you can't explain the intensity of that heat when it comes up like that.
All you're thinking about is, let me get this vehicle stopped, which is exactly what he did, get out his cookers again. And he did a nice job also. You know, when that smoke fills the cab of the truck, it gets very difficult to see, and you're worried about slowing down. You're also trying to keep the truck on track the best you can and get down to where you can come to a safe stop. And you see the thumbs up from Luke. That's what you like to see. I know he's frustrated, but that thumbs up tells everybody I'm okay.
And I like that kid's competitiveness. I mean, every time he gets behind the wheel,
Truck just shot smoke out. Yeah, it was on fire.
He puts it in a good position. He's had some good runs, and sad that it came to an end early here today, but he'll continue to learn and continue to grow as a driver.
I drove for Luke's dad, Tommy, for a year, and Luke was a really little kid. It's kind of crazy to see him all grown up right now, and you know, to be out here in the truck series and doing the things he is. He does a nice job. He puts the trucks
in the best places that he can, and is really doing a good job of learning his racecraft.
You know why he was a little kid? You're old. You've gotten old.
I wasn't going to go down that path, Michael. I was just pretending that maybe, I'm old. You're right. I'm just going to go with that.
It feels good to be up here, doesn't it? I was still involved in this wonderful sport of NASCAR, getting to do what we love, watch guys race.
So this is caution number 4. And this race here at Charlotte kicks off a very unique stretch of tracks for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Regan. Yeah, I mean, you see right here Charlotte obviously today, but Nashville, concrete 1.33 mile track. Michael, I know you love Nashville. That's going to be fun. And then Michigan, the manufacturers, 2 miles, and it just is as fast as they come.
And what about we're going to another street course? Man, we had so much fun down at St. Pete with these guys, and now we're going to go to San Diego and race on the streets there, Naval Base.
Then we head to the road course, the natural terrain road course, Lime Rock Park for the 2nd straight year, and then back on a short track at North Wilkesboro Speedway. This is just such a fun schedule of races right here, and you could look at any one of these.
Welcome back, Daniel.
I know for me, I am looking forward to San Diego. Going to be so special racing around a naval base.
Well, as far as that San Diego stop, let's take a look at what it's going to look like when we get there.
This is amazing. I cannot wait to wander around on the naval base in San Diego. Another opportunity just to say thank you. Thank you to the men and women that protect us and keep this the greatest country in the world.
And just a beautiful, beautiful scene. It's hard to believe that there's going to be a racetrack and those shots that we just saw, and an aircraft carrier sitting right there, and what a special weekend.
Continuing to work this caution in stage number 2. Let's go down to Josh.
Let's get an update on Corey Day. Started the day on the pole. He was really tight in that 7 truck during the first run. They made an adjustment, a track bar adjustment, to try and help him out a little bit better, but still said he's too tight, especially in 3 and 4. They told him he's probably going to have to run the bottom line, even though he wants to move up to compensate for that. But this 7 truck for Corey Day, we know the emotions of him stepping in for Kyle Busch in this day. Told me earlier today that, yes, it's something that is going to be on his mind. The best thing he can do is try and get this thing into victory lane. The tragedy of it all, but he's looking to honor KB with the win out here today, guys.
Yeah, and you see on that 7 truck, Spire Motorsports putting the KBM decals all over that truck, on the front, the back, and on the bed cover there. And that was Kyle Busch Motorsports, which was that's where Spire came from, and just so cool to see those logos back on that truck, and Corey out there driving for Kyle today.
And I love about Corey, I mean, it's been crazy, his race. I mean, he's been sideways, he's been 3 wide, but he's sitting in the 6th position, still in a position to go win this race.
Working our 4th caution of the race. We'll step aside and come on back for the restart here in Charlotte.
How did I get here? Shooting all the action despite vision loss from wet AMD. It started when Vabysmo opened up my world. I was worried when I started to lose my sight, but my doctor recommended Vabysmo.
If you look up specifically Indy 500 2025
it's
photos.
The only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
No, that's cool. I already found my Indy 500 thumbnail.
So I'm back doing what I love, knowing that Vabysmo improves vision. And there's a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist right away.
Now, I'm bringing it all into focus. Open up your world with Vabysmo.
Trust the #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for wet AMD and diabetic macular edema. Ask your retina specialist about Vabysmo.
This isn't just a motorcycle. It's an engineering miracle. A time machine.
It's a good friend. It's all your friends.
It's your inner child. And it's all the stars in the sky.
It's a highway to your final form.
And as America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive protects whatever it means to you.
Wait, are you talking to me? Sorry, I can't hear anything with this thing on. This isn't just... No, I oh, that's you, sorry.
Steve,
Steve.
John, they say with Lavazza, you'll become a maestro.
Yeah, maestro of coffee.
So it has nothing to do with music.
It does not.
Just coffee.
Coffee.
Shall I go again?
Please don't.
Enjoy the pleasure of a masterfully crafted coffee and feel like an Italian barista at home.
Don't do it.
Discover Lavazza blends now.
I need that one. That is my G flat.
With built-in intelligence that saves battery power and updates that happen automatically, work might interrupt you, but your Dell Pro won't.
The Charlotte Motor Speedway, nicknamed America's home for racing, also the home of the 600 on one of the biggest racing days of the year. Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. We are getting set to restart this race following a caution after Luke Baldwin had a problem heading down to turn 1. Let's listen to some radio from a driver running in the top 10. Here's Brandon Jones.
We had an NFL player on the golf course at the 8500 last year. Who? Was it Tom Brady? I know he was there last year.
Adverse weather conditions, that means at 12 o'clock, the next lap will be the white flag. And I feel like we're going to make the distance still, but the teams are just letting their guys know it's a possibility that we won't go all the way, but I feel like we're going to make it.
And it's not like we needed anything to ramp the intensity up just a little bit more.
So there will be no overtime
already on the track for these trucks, and we'll have to, as the teams are, you keep an eye on it, but not something overly concerning quite yet. They're just reminding the drivers, and as a driver, you want to know those things.
Yeah.
Right?
Somebody
you
who's
have no
drafted by the
knowledge of time
Colts.
when you're in the truck, all you know is what lap you're on and who you're racing around. So you need those reminders. Now, if we happen to get towards
It'd be cool to know who it was.
12 o'clock noon Eastern time, and we were to have a late caution, we would have the opportunity for overtime.
Was
It's
it
only
Alec
in effect
Pierce?
if we get up to 12 noon. So that'll be the time that we'll be keeping an eye on here on the watch as we get set to restart this race. Christian Eckes, a Kyle Busch Motorsports alumni, alongside of Lane Riggs, are going to bring us down for this restart. It's going to be 15 laps to go in the stage, 89 laps to go in the race. A pair of Tricon Garage teammates, and Caden Honeycutt, the points leader in the 11 in row 2, with Brandon Jones up to the outside to round out your front 4. Getting set to come into the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone with Eckes, the control truck, and the trend has been he has been picking the bottom. We'll see if it works out for him here as we get back.
Green flag's back in the air.
Look how tight that is, Regan, just pouncing on each other.
And a good push from Caden Honeycutt, almost too good of a push there. You see all the way into turn 1, just back and forth with those shoves.
A lot of those moves you see are defensive. You know, you want to get in front of the guy and you want to make sure he can't get a run on you.
How about Honeycutt to the middle as Riggs gets propelled down in front thanks to a push from Brandon Jones.
Lane Riggs takes the lead.
Riggs back to the lead. Jones to second. Honeycutt trying to get down low as Jones peeks up top of the lead in 1.
How cool is this? Look how close that is.
And just the battle is a deep.
Oh, trouble! Corey Day. Oh! Oh my God! Holy shit! Oh my God! Holy shit!
For Corey Day. Looked like he tried to protect.
He almost went up and over. Holy fuck!
Turned out a line in a frightening accident for the Spire number 7.
Man, that car stayed on the... That almost went over.
Collected one of the Ram trucks as they went by. I believe that was Minnie Tyrell that caught him as he spun back up into the racing groove. But a heartbreaking end for what has been a very, very tough few days for this team.
We saw Corey moving around inside of that truck, which is a great sign. The safety team is there to check on him. Driver's side is always very scary, but I did see him moving around in the truck.
And rare that we see, a truck is to your point, Michael, you can really see him moving around there. Rare that we see a truck lift
Oh,
off
it's
the ground
crazy.
like that. There's just no opportunity to scrub any of that speed as he was going backwards. And
well, and we talked about this.
That was a crazy crash. Corey Day has climbed from the truck.
And when something goes
He's out.
wrong,
He's walking away.
It just happens in a hurry. I'm just so thankful the thing stayed, returned to the ground on its wheels. See if there's a little bit of a block here.
So that's Gio Ruggiero trying to get the spot. It looks like Day tried to cover it. Wow, all four wheels off the ground there.
That thing went flying.
And lucky the truck set back down, but then hit flush with that driver's side. Just a tough
He
place
hit
to
Mini?
make
Was
that
that Mini that he hit?
Kind of jogs back
Yeah.
in right there, and the safety equipment can
That was
stay
a
perfect
hard hit
right
that
there
Mini
to-
Tyrell took
to get
also.
out to the trucks when
He's
they're
got a
needed,
lot of
and
damage.
See that secondary impact after the fact there.
See what the 25 truck with Pastrana sees. Oh, those guys had to do a nice job of not collecting Corey again.
And you see there on that shot.
Watch this, Regan, where this wall. See the wall give there? So thankful
Rob
for Xavier
Gronkowski's in the
Barriers and
snake
fact
pit.
he was
That
able
makes
to-
sense.
To hit a wall that moved. Watch how this happens.
And it just, it made that truck look like a toy truck as it's floating through the air. And how about this by Travis Pastrana? Just barely getting by right there and did a really nice job of spotting the wreck and his spotter telling him where to go. And man, just glad to see Corey Day get out of that truck after an impact like that. Let's take a listen to the radio from that 7 truck of Corey Day.
Is there an onboard of that? That'd be crazy onboard to watch.
Sounded like that might have been from Gio Ruggiero, as a matter of fact. Gio Ruggiero, they're talking about, just what he could have done different. And, that's part of what we're in a situation where every spot matters so much. We see the battle going on up front, but as you get further back in the pack, it means just as much to have a couple further spots. And Mini Tyrell, unfortunately, going behind the wall, which...
Mini Tyrell going behind the
based on
wall. Yeah, he's got a lot of
impact that he
damage.
had, I think we would have anticipated that happening. And that truck is just tore up, Michael.
And Regan, the racing has just been so good, but we can't seem to get into a rhythm. There's a caution after caution, and these guys are just fighting for every inch on the racetrack. You can see how intense things are.
Well, we saw a dramatic incident before this caution, a very scary moment for Luke Baldwin. Amanda is with him.
Yeah, Eric, happy to report that 19-year-old Luke Baldwin has been released from the care center. And man, that got big and fiery quick for you. What was the warning that you had?
Really nothing. It kind of went off of 4 and filled up with smoke. And then I was just trying to get it shut off and slow down and off the racetrack. And then I saw a lot of orange and red. And I guess a little bit of panic set in, but I felt like I got out in a timely manner. Just unfortunate. I hate it. We had something go wrong on the first couple laps. I don't know if it was just super free and I lost it, but it felt like I might have had a tire go down. I don't know. I don't want to make an excuse if it was my fault, but I don't know. And then the guys were working super hard to get it fixed, and I think we were going to end up being able to make it to stage 3, pick a couple off, and just ride around and hopefully make it to the end. I hate it for my guys. They worked way too hard all week for an incident like that on the first couple laps, and then to lose an engine. Just hate it for the whole program.
Thank you, Luke.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Luke worked very hard with the Team Rayom organization to help rebuild the truck after the incident at Dover last week as the pits are
Did you see
open.
Luke
and the
Baldwin
first truck to
okay?
come down, Gio Ruggiero, with some noticeable damage there right above the right front headlight, and he leads several more down for service.
Yeah, Gio was running 7th, and basically everyone behind him, Josh, decided to pit. 17's got a little bit of damage.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, that's right.
56-second green flag
Has
run.
that damage from the contact with the 7 truck. He said it felt like it's still driving well, dragging the right front tire a bit, but the steering wheel still feels straight. But you can see them trying to evaluate the truck right now and repair some of that damage on the right front, guys.
They're evaluating it with a hammer, moving that right front fender out. I think he'll be fine. There was not major damage there.
Yeah, and you saw that fender take its form back as soon as they hit that hammer on it. Took its form back. That damage, you know, we saw Ross Chastain with
Ty Majeski's return to the race, but is at least 25 laps down.
Fixed, but this one definitely needed some help. We are under caution number 5 after a frightening ride for Corey Day. But he is thankfully okay.
To dream the impossible dream.
I'm really hungry. I'm going to need to get something to eat after this stage ends.
What? You think the U.S. is going to win the World Cup?
Hey, you don't believe in miracles?
At Napa, we know how to keep undercar under control. That's why our solutions are driven by 3 steps. Stop.
Corey Day was my win pick. He's not going to win
Stop
today.
safety issues by checking systems before they become bigger problems. Go further with quality repairs that prevent costly comebacks. Then grow your business behind the parts, people, and expertise that keep your shop moving at full speed. That's Napa know-how.
Bubble your insurance with Liberty Liberty and save hundreds.
Cut. It's bundle your insurance with Liberty Mutual and save hundreds.
These are fun.
I know they are, but let's focus. Let's go again.
Are they my hair? Stubble and shave.
It's not it.
Bumble and save.
Bundle with an N.
Crumble and save.
Who gave them crackers?
Cuddle and wave.
You know, that's close enough.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Want a twist on breakfast? Try the new DQ Breakfast Collection. Like new Cinnamon Toast Crunch Dip Cone, new Fruity Pebble Shake, and the new Choco Frosted Donut Blizzard Treat. The new Breakfast Collection. Here for any time of day, but not for long.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Every day, there are heroes among us.
Men and women who serve something bigger than themselves.
They sacrifice, they inspire.
And they deserve to be honored in a way that lasts.
Nominate a veteran or active duty service member for the NASCAR Heroes Pass and give them a lifetime of NASCAR.
Visit NASCAR.com/salutes to nominate a hero today.
The NASCAR Cup Series races for another crown jewel in NASCAR's longest race, the Coca-Cola 600. Racing begins at 6 p.m. Eastern on Prime.
What a night.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy adding a morning truck race to the biggest day in motorsports of the year. Just continues on, right? From start to finish. You wake up with your coffee, a little breakfast, and for motorsports fans, this is the absolute greatest day. Of course, the Indy 500 on Fox in a little bit is always so exciting.
We're warming up those.
That's what I get for going to the dump, yeah.
Indy 500 fans, aren't we? Getting them ready to go.
Maybe you'll find Corey Day's truck there now.
A lot of fans here getting an early start with the 600 coming up later on tonight.
Travis Pastrana, he's been very, very persistent. We saw him start at the back, missed a crash. He's all the way upside the top 15 right now.
And doing what he needs to, Michael, right? You spend the first half of the race just learning and figuring and refreshing yourself, right? He doesn't do this very often anymore, and that's exactly what he's been doing.
Look at those eyes. Look at the intensity. I mean, this guy's done it all in motorsports. He's 2 wheels, 4 wheels, in the air, jumping things, it doesn't matter.
Back flips, front flips, all of them.
He jumped out of an airplane without a
I just love
parachute.
his eyes right there. That's what it's all about.
So it'll be 7 laps to
This
go.
guy's a
in
thrill
stage
seeker.
2. Lane Riggs got the lead off the last restart with Brandon Jones joining him on the front row. Christian Eckes, the stage 1 winner, is going to restart in 3rd into the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
Green flag back in the air.
Control truck picking the bottom as we got 7 to go in stage 2.
7 to go on the stage.
Ross Chastain immediately looks to the high side. And that's why momentum up there. Bring Ben Rhodes.
Lane Riggs still the leader right now.
Today in that bright orange truck.
Oh, here comes Eckes. I know.
Just everything they can do to keep that lead right now for Lane Riggs and trying to keep Christian Eckes behind. Riggs holds the lead off the restart. Eckes second, 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Contact with Chris Wright, and he
Chris
heads
Wright,
onto the truck
fucking.
to turn 1.
Wow, that was a close one. Look at Shane Van Gisbergen up top.
Hunter Zillich in the 77 losing some spots, having to pedal it as Wright had to catch the truck going into 1.
Corey LaJoy in that 10. Down on the bottom in his Ram trying to make some moves.
And just some incredible battles here. All this 3 wide on these restarts tells you the track's gripped up, and these guys have a lot of confidence in what they're doing with these vehicles.
I don't have a lot of confidence they're all going to make it. It seems crazy to me the way they battle and block, and we see the result of it. Look at that, stringing all the way to the bottom on the back straightaway is Riggs.
It's the battle for 4. Daniel Hemrick, who again started way back in the field when this race came down to green and is trying to join his teammate Eckes up towards the top 3. Working over Chastain, who got a great run off turn 4. Now he's to the inside of Brandon Jones for 3rd.
Power move there by Ross to the bottom, but Brandon isn't giving up on the top.
Oh, Ross is going to take the spot off the second turn. That was close.
I think you said that right, Eric. He took the spot. It was aggressive.
Ross really finding that lane that he likes, right? And it's so cool at Charlotte, Michael, when you find a lane that you like and you can make it work. And Ross certainly a lot of experience around this track. Of course, won last night's races.
Can we finish before 12:30? This race will be over by noon. They announced that if this race is still happening at 12 o'clock, which it will be, more than likely, the next flag will be 2 laps to go. So the next time they cross the line will be 2 laps to go. No overtime.
Trying to make up that ground on Brandon Jones.
That's a Fox decision, by the way. That's not a NASCAR thing.
Wanting it to go, but not time for it to go yet.
I think these guys aren't driving hard right now. If you hear them working a throttle like that, you know that these guys are getting after it.
I feel like I'm driving. There's so much
2 to go on the stage.
This is intense.
Lap and a half to go on the stage. Lane Riggs working with about the biggest lead we've seen anybody have all day, a half a second. This is the battle for 7th spot between a pair of ThorSport teammates, Ben Rhodes in the 99, Jake Garcia in the 98.
Garcia to the top 10. Stuart Friesen, you know, he likes to sling some mud up there next to the wall. Dirt racer, taking it really high, but good.
Final lap of the stage.
Jake in that 98.
LeBron got teammates there with Rhodes trying to protect that spot.
Wow, that's a bad break for the 98. Lost his momentum as you see another truck from the McAnally Hilton Stables there. Tyler Ankrum into the top 10.
And this fight will go all the way down to end the stage. Meanwhile, here comes Lane Riggs off the
So Lane Riggs comes around. He will win stage 2 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Lane Riggs captures stage 2 in Charlotte. Last time he won stage 2 was at St. Petersburg, and he went on to win the race. We'll see if he can do it here as well.
It was about a 3-minute, 48-second green flag run to end the stage. I need to get something to eat. I'll be right back.
Great moves to the outside. He was able to complete that pass in 3 and 4. Got by both of the ThorSport trucks in that final lap of the stage. Well, we just saw a pretty wild incident on the back straightaway involving the truck that led us to the green flag. Amanda is with Corey Day.
Yeah, Eric, is a very scary ride for Corey Day in the 7. Happy to see that he is released from medical. And Corey, I know what this weekend means to you and for the team. We're going to take a look at the replay. Can you walk us through your experience?
Yeah, the 17 just got a big run there off it too, and he kind of, you know, started to shade down, so I shaded with him, and then he shaded back up, and that was it. So, I don't know. My spotter didn't do anything wrong. He told me he was there. I just thought I was clear, and I wasn't. So I just hate it for the 7 guys. I mean, this is exactly what I didn't want to do today. I just wanted to deliver him a good run. So I feel terrible. Yeah, just hate it.
In Corey's defense, coming out of the car yesterday, where the closing rates, they vary a little bit between those cars and what we're running here today. Perhaps just misjudged that, took full responsibility there. Yeah, and that's, sometimes when you're battling, right, you know that you want to throw that block and save that position. And to your point, Eric, the closing rates are very different between the two series at different times. And, it's just one of those situations where Gio was trying to make that move and wasn't going to give when he made that move either. And that's the end result.
But wouldn't you say there's been a few blocks thrown? I mean, that's going to happen. You got to determine when you throw those blocks, is that guy behind you going to take it, or is he going to put the bender to you?
And there's going to be a few more thrown as well. That won't be the last one we see.
We're going to see some action here, right?
Pits are going to be open this time. We expect most of the field to come down and fill up with Sunoco race fuel and zero carbon bioethanol. And in fact, just about everybody, except for a few, will head to pit road. Amanda's down there.
Well, and the guy leading them off is that 34 of Lane Riggs, has led some of the most laps around here, Charlotte Motor Speedway here today, but he's saying that this truck is a little free. He's struggling with rear security. Josh, there will be adjustments made on this Go Falcons truck.
On the other side of things for Ross Chastain, he said that truck is tighter than it was earlier. They're going to make some adjustments to help him out. For the 91 of Christian Eck is the same deal. He said that truck is very tight, especially on throttle, even worse in traffic. The team told him, don't worry, we'll help you out as well.
You know what I love, guys? We got varying strategies, and we've seen it all day long. Different trucks staying out while others pit. It makes for some intense restarts, I know that. But it's fun to follow along and see who's got what for a plan.
And we're going to see what our Stage 2 winner, Lane Riggs, can do with the varying strategy. His second stage win of the season, looking to see if he can get his second win of the season. Come on back to Charlotte as we kick off Stage 3.
Steve. Shh, John, they say with Lavazza, you'll become a maestro.
Yeah, maestro of coffee.
So it has nothing to do with music?
It does not.
Just coffee.
Coffee.
Shall I go again?
Please don't.
Enjoy the pleasure of a masterfully crafted coffee and feel like an Italian barista at home.
Just don't do it.
Discover Lavazza blends now.
I need that one. That is my G flat.
At Credit One Bank, we believe anything's possible.
I'm on Mars! It's freezing. I'm gonna go back to the module.
But leading your team to the championship? Unlikely.
Okay, that's my personal space.
Landing a checkmate against the supercomputer?
I won?
You can try.
I won!
The award goes to Greg.
Some things are out of reach.
No one's gonna believe this. I got this.
But a card with access to exceptional benefits isn't one of them. Welcome to the Credit One Bank American Express Suite. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Epic. Hey! We're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
IndyCar racing is the fastest racing on Earth. So, Fox made the world's fastest ad at just 0.029 seconds. Here it is. Missed it? Here it is again. Think that's fast? Don't miss the Indy 500, only on Fox.
The idea that your accident case could end up in court can be scary. But the only thing you should be scared of is hiring the wrong attorney. I'm James Alexander. With my trial experience on your side, you have nothing to fear. Of course, we'll try to get everything you need before it gets this far. But we'll fight to protect you, your family, and your rights as far as we need to go. Injured? Call James Alexander Law.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini it?
Introducing Stowaway, the only apparel with adjustable medical grade support, engineered with high-strength cables that reinforce the body, designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Learn more at Stuco.com.
So clean the house, clear the drawers, mop the floors, stand tall, like no one's ever been here before or at all. And don't you mention all the inches that are scraped on the door frame We all know you did.
Just a few of the hundreds of bows that Kyle Busch rightfully took throughout his life and career as we welcome you back up to the broadcast booth. And, you know, gentlemen, I love when a driver can deliver a unique style celebration. Kyle did just that, almost as a bit of a tip of the cap to some of the fans who may not have been so receptive when he won some of those races, and he continued that trend, and that trend has carried on to this week, and I think we're going to see some more bows here at Charlotte Motor Speedway today.
You know, and those fans warmed up to Kyle. Later, as he won more and more races, and recently, there were more cheers than boos, and that moment at Dover, seeing him give the bow and saluting the fans and their response to it, it's something that will live with us as NASCAR fans and folks who live with us forever.
I got to see a number of those bows, not only as a competitor, and as a competitor, you saw so many of them that you almost got irritated with them because it seemed like Kyle won every single race and every single weekend. But then as I switched over to the roll-on pit road and getting to be down there and interview the winners, it was so cool to see him get out of the whatever vehicle he was in, the Cup car, the truck, the O'Reilly car, whatever one it was, and take that bow. And to Michael's point, hearing the change from 10 years ago until now, and the reaction from the crowd, so special and so cool to see those.
How much are we looking forward to watching Brexton stand up there and give those bows as he races forward with his NASCAR career?
It is only a matter of time until he's making a lot of those. So as we're just under a lap away from the restart, we got a bit of a hodgepodge of strategy here. Now, it looks as though the top 9 trucks have stayed out. We've got to go back to about Christian Eckes to find the first truck out, and we are targeting 45 minutes from now when this adverse conditions rule will take effect. So if we hit the 12 o'clock hour here Eastern, that means that the next time the leader comes by the start-finish line, they will see the white flag. No chance at overtime.
I wish they would give the actual rule. It's 2 laps to go. The next time they cross the line, it'll be 2 laps to go.
And the closer we get to that 12 o'clock hour, the more the intensity,
I wish they would tell you it's
the
the
more these
actual
drivers are going
rule.
to take more risk, Michael. And I don't know how you can take more than what they're taking, but they're going to try.
Are you saying things are going to ratchet up? I don't know if I agree with that, Regan. It's crazy.
So, Grant Enfinger, the control truck on the bottom of the 9, top row, 3
right.
drivers, Zilich, Van Gisbergen, Stenhouse, bottom side.
Green flag's back in the air.
Side of rows 2 and 3 as we get back underway with 68 laps to go. See Grant Enfinger doing a nice job on the restart, having the control that time, and we've seen those 2 lanes be even as be side by side coming off of turn 2 here.
Oh man,
Chastain all the way to the apron.
that was crazy. That was almost bad.
Damage there to Honeyman's truck. See the smoke off the 62, but he doesn't lift, does he?
Ross continuing to fall back. Looks like he may have something more going on with that truck.
Just a crazy block right there. It looks like maybe damage to the right front of Ross's truck. Maybe got a tire.
Honeyman's truck continuing to smoke as we got a problem
Caution.
in turn number 2. Trouble in the second corner. One truck went around towards the back of the pack.
Yeah, it's
And
Spencer
number
Boyd.
76 of Spencer Boyd. And I believe that all got started with whatever was going on with Ross Chastain after that back straightaway contact. Looks like maybe, and we see right there.
There's a
tire
58-second
down
green
the
flag
front
run right
tire,
there.
And you saw him kind of backing up off of turn 4 just a little bit, and that
Ross
continued all the way
Chastain has
down
an
into
issue.
Turns 1 and 2.
Flat.
I think we're going to see that may be what ultimately caused Spencer Boyd to go around.
And that was just a result of contact with the big block from Honeyman and into Ross's right front.
What a save by Ross, though, as well. I mean, he had his hands full, and the further down to the bottom you get, the rougher that track is.
You can see back there.
Look, it's dog.
I think Spencer let off due to the mess. Maybe Frankie Muniz behind him didn't see.
Yeah, and Ross was just in front of him at that point right there, kind of held up in the middle of the racetrack, and it's
No, he wants chicken.
reactionary
You're not
for all
getting
these
any.
guys. This is on the backstretch right here, the original contact, and you see right there that right front, and man, that's plenty of contact to cut that tire down. And look at that truck
Got a little
hopping
bit
up
of
and
nose.
down,
There you
Michael.
go.
It's so rough down there, and he's still wheeling it.
How about leaving black marks at 175 miles an hour as you see the damage to the right front? He's already bent up the left front. He's not out of this thing, though, Regan. He's going to come in, get these tires changed, pull that fender out, and be a part of this battle again.
Anytime Ross has got 4 tires on a vehicle, I don't ever think that he's out of it, but that's right. He's still going to have the opportunity to fix it right here. And, of course, an extra set of tires today because they didn't get practice and qualifying in, so those carried over to the race. So he's still in a good spot for the end of this race as it'll come down to the final pit stop potentially.
Ross going to come back in for some more attention. Mikey, you hinted at the damage on the left front. That happened at the start of the race. He'd been managing that quite well, but evidently they want to take some more time to get this truck right. He did come down the pit lane when the pits were closed, so he'll have to restart at the back of the pack anyway.
Well, they're going to work on that right front fender, but also this is interesting. He's on pit road. He's getting service. They filled it up with gas. Can he make it to 12 o'clock? I mean, could there be a strategy play here as well?
I can assure you that once the team gets,
I don't think we're going to make all 65 laps.
An opportunity to figure out where everything lines up. They are probably thinking that same thing at some point here, Michael. And you know, not enough fuel to make it to the full 65 laps from right here, but 12 o'clock at the pace that we're going could be definitely something to keep an eye on here.
I've gotten to the point in life where I rarely make it to 12 o'clock anymore, but.
Different 12 o'clock, Michael. Different 12 o'clock.
These guys are going to try to race to 12 o'clock. It'll be interesting for me to see who brings it down here. We've had this happen all race long, differing strategies. These cats at the front of the field are continuing to stay out. Last pitted on lap.
I just don't get why we couldn't have started this race at 9 a.m. instead of 10.
Looks like Leland Honeyman is going to be one of the trucks to come down the pit lane to address the damage on the left rear. So Gio Ruggiero and Connor Zilich.
Hey, Travis Kelce was at the Cavs game. I didn't even see how that game ended.
Laps to go.
I was watching a little bit of it during the rain delay. Knicks won, so now they're up 3-0. Oh yeah, no, I did see that. They're up 3-0 in the series now.
Together with Coca-Cola, NASCAR salutes.
Saturday's Baseball Night in America on Fox. BCA and the Cubs. Jordan Walker and the Cardinals, or Acuna Jr. and the Braves take on the Reds. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
He is an absolute weapon.
Timid? Stay home.
Buckle up, hard racing.
Friday nights under the lights. Racing that's pure. Passion that's authentic. Pressure that's real.
They're punching the wall off turn 2.
This is where careers are born before heroes are made.
Hell yeah!
The yard looks incredible. Thanks. All it took was... Nope.
Really?
Aren't you looking for results?
Super easy.
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
At Allstate, what's important to you is important to us.
God, I'm telling you, this squirrel just came out of nowhere.
And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. The good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate won't go up just because of an accident, even if it is your fault. Sorry, squirrel's fault. Because we all deserve a second chance. Right, Dad? If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Epic. Hey! We're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Back to the North Carolina Education Lottery 200, where Gio Ruggiero, the leader, elected to stay out. Let's listen to why.
We're still way outside our window to make it, so this caution's going to make it really close if we run the full distance or not. I'd say we'll probably be, right now, if we don't have any more cautions, maybe 5 to 10 laps short.
The longest green flag run we've had today, 12 laps. And we're coming
Green
to
flag back in the
62 to
air.
go with Gio leading
Let's
us
get some
back
green
down
flag
and
racing
Connor
in.
Zilic to the outside. Boy, these restarts are aggressive.
Look at Honeycutt right up the middle. Ooh.
That gets it to Wallace.
Ooh. And we now have more green flag racing in today's race than we did yesterday's race.
This is crazy. Tanner Gray coming to the party in that 15 truck. Hadn't mentioned his name today.
SVG trying to come off the top side. Riggs is going to slam the door behind him to try to stop the truck that was trying to follow through. That was Hemrick in the 19.
Ricky Stenhouse up the middle.
Just when you think guys don't want to be free wide in the middle, you see everybody else trying to make the move, and you know, Lane Riggs was trying to make that happen to get off of turn 2, as we see Daniel Hemrick with a nice move down the back straightaway.
You know, when you make that shallow entry into the corner, it just makes it so hard to get that truck to stay on the bottom, and you wind up 3 wide like we see behind the 4 leaders here.
Oh boy, that was Hemrick squeezed into the top of Riggs in the tri-oval. This track is as wide as it is, right? From the top to the bottom, guys can have confidence whatever lane they're running, and it really allows you to make some of those even more aggressive moves. And prime example right here, you got one riding the wall and one on the line. And kudos to SVG. Let's not forget, he spun very early in this race. May have put him off strategy just a little bit.
SVG up
but
a fifth.
adapting to a truck here on an intermediate racetrack, something he's not done very much of. And you see him still trying to hold on to this spot from Hendrick.
He'll actually get past Hemrick for 4th.
And no surprise with Shane Van Gisbergen, and just the amount of talent that he has. And you know, when it comes to a race like this where these trucks are bouncing around, where there's different multiple lanes and lots to figure out, you just knew that he was going to find a way somehow, and he's done a nice job all day.
Well, all this is going to help him tonight in the 600 too, making laps, running up next to that outside wall, just learning different grooves. This is the track, obviously, that they'll race on tonight.
No.
The conditions are going to be a lot like it will be tonight.
He's got a great run off turn 2 to hold on to that spot. Let's go down to Amanda for an update on Grant Enfinger.
Yeah, terrible restart for Grant
Caution.
Enfinger. He was in the 3rd position after those restart cautions. Guys, back to you, Eric.
Leland Honeyman.
For Leland Honeyman Jr. off of turn number 2. That's been the trouble spot. He did pit on that last caution to repair some of the damage sustained after he and Ross Chastain bounced off one another. And it appears as though he's got some more issues on that left side.
I think he's gone for a spin. You can see the left front.
Leland Honeyman brings out the caution.
Flat.
I'm not sure if the left front flat caused the damage and caused him to spin, or which came first or second here.
Well, heck, we don't even know if he spun yet or not, but I'm assuming he did with all the action we've seen today.
That was a 2-minute and 36-second green flag run.
Pastrana dodging another one.
He's had a mirror or a windshield full today, hasn't he?
Yep. Cole Butcher on the outside, and just these trucks, when you get side by side in the wrong situation like that, and you're trying to turn to the left to stay off the truck on your outside, and they get on your door, it'll feel like it's just spinning right around, like you don't even do anything, and it's another hard driver's side door contact. The second one of those we've seen today, Michael.
So in his day.
Good job by Frankie Muniz as well in the 33 to dodge the spinning 62 of Honeyman as he came off the second turn. So, yet another short stretch.
Chester's going to pout now.
Racing. We still have not gone more than 12
So I told him not to get into my trash.
So what has been a treacherous
Nice.
Charlotte Motor Speedway
He's
this
pouting.
afternoon, or I should say this morning.
And the 3 of us have not used our chairs.
We
Standing up just checking out all this action. It's crazy how intense this battle has been. You could watch them. You can watch them the way they drive and block and 3 wide and see there's going to be issues.
You know, and on top of all that battling, right? Battling is breeding these cautions that we're seeing. And I want to go back to the previous caution. Ross Chastain hits pit road, gets a full load of fuel. We heard Gio Rogero's team talking about the fact that they thought they were 5 to 10 laps short, depending on what happened with the 12 o'clock rule. And as we look at Ross Chastain,
Yeah, we have 32 minutes
now
left.
That decision for fuel is we run more laps under caution.
Like I said, it's not exactly 32 minutes. Once we hit 12 o'clock, the next time that we cross the line, it'll be 2 laps to go.
They know they can have enough.
There'll be no overtime, and we are not going to reach the scheduled distance.
We heard the hesitation from the Gio Ruggiero crew as we came to the restart. Obviously, no hesitation going to be this time by as the crews are armed and ready to service that truck and see if they can protect the lead in what will be 55 to go at the line.
I plan on going live for the Indy 500 at like 12:15. It might end up being 12:20, something like that, but
prematurely of its scheduled
12:20 or 12:45 is the green flag.
So pits are going to be open this time. Gio Ruggiero will likely be the first truck to lead us down. Eckes, one of the stage winners, just behind him. Brandon Jones, your top three. And here they come, Amanda.
Yeah, Brandon Jones started this race in the 5th position, comes in here 3rd. Jeremy Donnelly, the crew
But this
chief,
is a
getting this team ready
quickie
for
yellow
what might
here.
be the last stop of this race. Brandon Jones, a self-described KB nerd race for Kyle Busch. They're going to tighten this truck up a little bit. He wants to keep it up with the track, Josh.
17 of Gio Ruggiero said he's just a little bit free in 1 and 2. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for him for the 91 of Christian Eckes. That truck just a little bit tight. Otherwise, they've been pretty happy with it. See some adjustments going in. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for the 91.
This whole race, the strategy has been across the board, and this stop, no different. We'll hit the refresh button, gather the data and details, and deliver it all to you in what may be the final stretch run to the finish here at Charlotte.
77, absolute weapon.
Really? That's my intro?
This is Carson Hocebar. He doesn't follow the scripts. He rewrites it.
Coolest guy in Cup right now.
1 minute flat out, inches from the wall.
Just move out of the way.
Next, Hall Chaos, full set. Unapologetic and a hurricane of hell yeah. All the way to victory lane.
I knew we were going to win. I really did.
With mothers, making time for the things you love doesn't have to be hard. That's what
All that
makes
military
Ceramic
shit they're doing out
even
there
more
right now, that's
simple.
cool.
Just spray onto a clean, wet surface. And rinse off to spread the water-activated hydrophobic protection. That's it. No streaking, no buffer. Just SiO2 technology and a powerful drying aid for a shine that turns heads long after you hit the open road. Mother's California Gold Ceramic Spraying Rinse. Ceramic made simple. Give it that mother's love.
Okay, the plumber's fixing that burst pipe. Should be all set. Good thing you're protected 24/7 with your home and auto bundle from Progressive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the right caption to post about this.
Maybe something like, I have protection, just need a lifeguard.
What about that emoji with a shocked face?
Or maybe flooded with emotion.
That's too much. Try Tuesdays are cray.
You know, technically, you don't have to post everything that happens online. Totally believe you. Life is meaningless without affirmation, am I right?
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Eagle, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This is Indy's champagne. It doesn't come from Champagne, France, but from the southern region of this Holstein dairy cow. Rich.
At least this race was fun on like yesterday, yeah.
And best paired with victory.
You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing here at Charlotte. Tyler Ankrum, who coming into this race held on to the final spot in the chase standings, 10th, is the leader. What's their thought process? Let's listen.
We have 3 green flag laps on our tires, so no disadvantage there. Just save all the gas you can. We made our bet, baby. I think you can make it here. Time-wise.
Time-wise that they're alluding to is a 12 o'clock hour, which we're only about 27 minutes away, which would get us to a premature end of this race and exclude the opportunity for
Is there an 8
overtime
truck?
with
No.
52 scheduled
Actually, I
laps to go.
don't think so.
And let me dissect what Mark Hillman was just trying to, or was just telling his driver, Tyler Ankrum, Drive it like you stole it was what he was trying to comprehend to him right there. They've made their bet. He's right about that.
I didn't know Stenhouse was in this race.
What you tell a driver, three
Yeah, there's no
flag
8
laps on your
truck.
tire, you tell him that because you want to make sure that he's giving it, everything and not worried about any of that stuff.
And the fastest truck today so far, Lane Riggs, is right behind Ankrum, so you can expect a great push. It'll be important to do a great block to make sure he doesn't get put 3 wide. Dawson Sutton up on the front row. He's had some issues all day long, but no surprise, he's on the front row because this lineup has been flipped from one end to the other all day long.
So the top 2 trucks stayed out. Most of the trucks that
All right,
pitted
going
elected
back
to
green
top
here.
off. The leader at the time of the caution, Gio Reggio,
Pace car's off.
restarting back in 18th
52 laps to go, but more
with
importantly,
52
26
laps
minutes
to go. It's
left.
Ankrum and Sutton on the front row. Let's
Green
try
flag
it
back in
again.
the air.
There's the push. Ankrum does a great job holding that low line, not letting him get forced 3 wide. But look at Lane. We've talked about the speed on the 34 truck, and he just swings to the top side. Big push from Ross Chastain coming.
And Chastain is one of the trucks that elected to come down and top off for fuel, and he's up to second, 4 wide behind him as they go to 3.
I just can't believe they keep making it. I know they keep wrecking, but they also keep making it a lot.
I've held my breath more today than any.
Connor Zilisch
race
has a
in
restart
my life.
violation.
It just continues to be intense, and these guys are doing a great job. As the race continues on, problems for one of our drivers attempting triple duty in the top 10. Connor Zilisch in a 77 restart violation. He will have to serve a penalty as Hendrick jumps to his inside.
There you see the 77 on the outside. Obviously, he can't serve that now. He would hope for a quick caution here, which I wouldn't not believe that might happen. Now swing to the bottom side. Look at that battle for the lead.
And a big wiggle for Ross Chastain into one there as he tried to show that nose down to the bottom and had to catch that truck.
And that momentary break in momentum allows Eckes to get right up to the rear spoiler of Ross in what is now a battle for the second spot.
Silly Zilly.
Wow. Power move to the bottom for Eckes in the 91 truck.
That 91 has shown a ton of grip all day long. Michael able to really hold that white line all the way off the corner exits, but also not kill his momentum. He needs one more good corner here to be able to clear Ross.
And there it is. See if we can see what happens to Connor Zilisch here. You can't change lanes before the start-finish line.
So close. He just started to duck that truck to the right just a little bit, and not even half the nose outside there. Oh, freezing! Did he catch the wall?
What about freezing? He almost hits the wall, gets sideways, still on the gas.
And you see the 71 of Shane Van Gisbergen and smoking a little bit on the left front behind him as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, he grazed it. Close.
Brandon Jones on the left there, and that one truck continue to make moves. Oh. Stewart's still hanging on to her.
Oh, trouble.
That's Butterbean and Chris Wright in the wall.
Chris Wright and Brandon Queen.
And in terms of the championship picture, Butterbean came into this race about 10 points out of the top 10. He was running 22nd at that time. And Wright is burning down the house trying to get detached from that Ram as it's pinned up against the wall.
There you see the 28-year-old out of Chesapeake, Virginia, 2025 ARCA champion. He's stuck on the outside of this racetrack. Chris Wright.
It's a break for Zilisch.
Just a bad move there by Chris.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he didn't know that there was a truck to the outside. The way he, came up that racetrack, it looked like Chris Wright was trying to use the entire track all the way up to the wall, but there was definitely a truck, that was almost door to door with him really right there. So
That's just a unexplainable move.
Well, Butterbean's teammate, Travis Pastrana, has pretty much seen everything that's happened on track today.
When in doubt, fire it up. Travis said, I got to get out of here.
It was about a 2-minute and 46-second green flag run there.
And he's missed all of them.
But yeah, we're not going to get to the scheduled distance.
Thought you said clear. I never said clear. I said outside. Still there. You said there.
Well, it appeared he said clear, but as a driver, you know, we lean on the spotters. We need the spotters. But there's situational awareness as well that you have to understand what's going on. There's just a wide move.
And Michael, you can see on this shot we're showing right now, the mirror right in the center of the cab of that truck. It's a big curved mirror. And it shows you from almost the driver's side door where you get in and out to the passenger side door where you get in and out. The way those curves are, you can definitely have references to that. And, you know, just even if he thought he heard clear and it was there, whatever the situation was, he kind of thought maybe he would know that truck was still out there in that moment.
And speaking of the spotters, and talking to Brendan Butterbean Queen on Friday, he worked with Derek Nealon, who of course was a longtime spotter for Kyle Busch. In fact, Butterbean said it was around this time of year last year that him and Kyle went up to watch Derek race one of his late model events. He said it was pretty much him and Kyle the whole ride up to Maine, one of the best times he's ever had at a racetrack. Their friendship developed there, and he was hoping to have a good run with Derek today in honor of Kyle, but unfortunately it looks like with the window net coming down, his race is going to end early.
Just amazing the amount of stories through this garage area and people that
Ricky's got some damage. Look at that right front fender. That's a mess. You know, also, let's just update Connor Zilic. We talked
He said Alcinier has some damage.
He was Haley, and I said he was hoping for a quick caution, and he got it.
He got what he
like
wanted.
we thought we might see. He was able to come down, serve his penalty, so still got 45 laps to go. Anything can happen in this race, as we've seen. That's a dejected Butterbean, giving his guys a pat on the back for all the work.
Butterbean had been on a pretty good charge so far in terms of the championship standings. Was 10 points out of the top 10, needed to be above that cut line with 9 races to go in the regular season. As we look at the number 77 of Zilic, who, yes, he's going to have to fall to the tail, but at least he is able to stay on the lead lap by virtue of catching this yellow.
A lot of trucks coming to pit road again to make sure they got plenty of fuel. Maybe a small adjustment. See there, the 77 is Zilic, just behind Spencer Boyd, who had some issues earlier. Boyd has remained on the lead lap despite that. Tanner Gray, we saw him charge up into the top 5. What a day. What a day, Eric.
It has been madness here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Well worth the day-and-a-half wait for a race that was supposed to run on Friday night, and then got pushed off here to early Sunday morning on the biggest day of motorsports. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. The racing for the lead all day long has been incredible, and it was Christian Eckes who took stage 1. And the battle with Christian Eckes and Lane Riggs was so much fun, and Luke Baldwin we see right here, engine expires and ends up with flames for Luke Baldwin all the way down into turns 1 and 2. And later on, a scary crash for the pole sitter Corey Day as the truck gets all 4 wheels off the ground and slams the inside wall, collecting Minnie Tyrell and a couple of others as he came back up in front of the pack. The battle for the lead and win in stage 2 was as intense as the racing has been pretty much all day long, and it was Lane Riggs who captured stage 2. Last time he did that same heat, went on to win the race there. And then Ross Chastain getting off-road.
Just spinning those tires, sliding those tires down the back straightaway, wide open. I guarantee his foot never came off of it.
And then our most recent caution, our 9th on the day. Some miscommunication between Chris Wright and his spotter, capturing Butterbean with both cars coming to rest just past the start-finish line. We've had a lot of cautions. We've had a lot of leaders. What an insane race.
We've had a lot of action. We've had a lot of crashes. We've seen it all.
And it's one of those races you you just don't know where to watch. There's so much going on that's taking your eye, and the back and forth when these guys get 3 wide on the restarts and the moves that they're able to make after they get single file, running top to bottom. It just, I don't know what more you could ask for in a race. This is the kind of race that definitely keeps you on your toes, and while it's struggled to get a little bit of a rhythm, as we like to call it, to where guys can really find out what their truck does on a long run, it has been extraordinarily exciting.
You know, we talk about the 12 p.m. adverse conditions clock. I'm going to call it adverse conditions for a different reason. The way they're driving. That's what's pushing the...
It's not adverse conditions, it's just the Indy 500.
Well,
It's a Fox thing.
Ourselves with 42 to go at the line. Both of our stage winners are at the front of the field for an update on our stage 1 winner, Christian Eckes. Here's Josh.
Yeah, and we talk about Christian Eckes and the struggles he's had this season to have a dominant truck. Well, we're seeing him have one of those dominant runs. And remember, Christian Eckes is a guy that drove for Kyle Busch Motorsports back in the day. And when I talked to him about it the other day, he told me he wouldn't be where he is in his career if it weren't for KB. When he was driving for his team, he said they used to talk each and every day. They built a great relationship. He is one of those guys in the field that would love to get a win in honor of Kyle Busch.
Thanks, Josh. And just behind Eckes on the outside, another driver who drove for Kyle Busch in Chandler Smith. And as the sand starts to run out in the hourglass here, we'll remind you, 12 o'clock. If we get to that point before the finish of the advertised distance of this race, which is looking more and more likely, once the leader crosses the line after the 12 o'clock hour, the white flag will be displayed next time by. No chance.
Oh, it'll be 2 laps to go. I really wish they would give us the proper actual rule. I don't know why they're not doing that.
On, and either directly or indirectly, we were just talking about Butterbean a moment ago and the impact that Kyle had on him, and we're going to be feeling that for years to come in terms of Kyle's what he's done for this sport from top to bottom, Cup Series truck, O'Reilly, everything. And this
restart,
restart,
so going back green.
This is about to be fun. We got some really good trucks right here that are going to battle.
Got 14 minutes left on the clock. We will not reach the scheduled distance.
On the inside of the 34, Christian Eckes outside in the 91. Then Ross Chastain and Chandler Smith, row 2. Daniel Hemrick, Caden Honeycutt, row 3. 41 laps to go as we race to noon here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
All right, green flag's back in the air.
Great break there by Lane.
Not as much help, though, as sometimes we've seen.
Still going to be able to nose out ahead as they go 4 wide, of course.
Brandon Jones had to check up a little bit. That bogged down the field. Here is the battle for the lead. Eckes with a monster push from Honeycutt.
And Christian Eckes to the lead. Great push there.
He can slide up in front of that Ford. Got it.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that's not our final lead change.
It might not be the final lead change for this.
Honestly, Eric Brennan's doing a great job. I think he'd be good in the booth. I don't know what else he does if he has other responsibilities, but
I think that's what we're seeing tonight, this morning.
Riggs put it up on the boards, had a huge
he'd do a great job.
but couldn't do anything with it. Now here comes.
Like I said, I love Jamie Little. I think she's an amazing pit reporter, but as a play-by-play, not really. Right, they got the race clock up there.
He's been battling a loose truck all day. And
13 minutes left now.
Right on the edge as to when he's able to, make that topside work and not get just a little too loose.
And I'll pretty much have to end the stream pretty much right after the winner's interview.
Up front, that's Ross Chastain coming into the picture. He's been able to fix some damage to that 45 truck and put himself right into the picture here. Oh,
battle for the lead. Riggs trying to hang on to the truck as he washes up the track. And look at the run that Honeycutt's going to
side by side for the lead. Lane Riggs, Christian Eckes. Here comes Honeycutt.
Eckes blocks. Okay, they wanted that top side. And
Lane Riggs to the lead.
Finish that pass off. Get back out to the front. And as we watch this battle for the lead, look atop the pylon. 12 minutes plus to go. That's basically the countdown clock to when we will see 2 laps to go in this race.
Yes, thank
you.
you.
With the battle for the lead as intense as it's been all day.
Oh, trouble. Stewart freezing around. No caution.
He was running in 10th spot. And he slides across the infield grass. No
we'll stay green.
Race stays green.
He'll need tires. Conveniently stops right there, but this is going to end his chances at a top 10.
Neck is after losing some ground to Riggs the last lap by. Now works the top side of 3 and 4. As they drive through the smoke that Friesen left behind.
Oh, wow, just gets loose. And around, nearly around he goes.
Similar to what happened to him a handful of laps ago where he grazed.
Oh, trouble. 44.
Perez now off of turn 2.
Andres Perez cautions out.
And now the caution flag flies.
All right.
Caution number 10. As Andres Perez
That was about a 3-minute and 3-second green flag run there.
Spins off the second turn and slows
We have
this race with under 11
10 minutes left.
to go.
About 10 minutes, 45 seconds.
Andres Perez off turn 2. See the 44.
No, I think we get one more restart.
And just bounces into the corner, gets loose, tries to stay off Tanner Gray, and around he goes.
I'm not sure, Michael, that he had, see if he got to the inside wall maybe here, but...
Watch him keep driving that thing, no matter what direction.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he had, I was trying to spit out, I'm not sure that he had any contact.
This race has just been chaos, yeah.
And...
On the brakes, off the brakes.
Oh, so left rear, right rear, they were both close. Travis Pastrana saw himself another one.
Oh, that's so scary. You don't know where that truck is, but Travis, woo.
See Lane, looks like Lane Riggs' team right there. They probably didn't want to see that.
Yeah, might be able to do a quickie yellow.
The guy was out front and was in a good spot to, have a battle with Christian Eckes.
I mean, either way, we'll get one more restart.
Unfortunately, guys, you're gonna have to get tensed up again here in a moment.
What? How many cautions have we had today? That seems like a lot. Russell, the stat guy, 10. That's tied for the most here at Charlotte.
One more, and we would set the record. I don't think that I'm betting against that right now.
Well, if we get one more caution, that will be the race.
Our over/under.
Well, unique race circumstance here with us trying to beat the clock, if you will, down to noon. That means that we are inching closer to what is going to be a unique spot for this. We don't normally get to do this in terms of talking about time, but we are about to reach our Craftsman. 9 minutes to go at this point in the race. Don't think I've ever said that before.
Oh. Well, and also, Eric, it's been a pleasure working with you today, but for the first time in my broadcast career, I think I heard someone say, as sand flies through the hourglass. Is that what you said?
Yes. The sand is starting to run out in the hourglass.
Oh, yeah, that's
There's
beautiful.
a little bit of debris.
I try to be poetic when I can.
You are.
I'm having a blast.
I thought I was watching a soap opera.
And Lane Riggs is trying to do something that hasn't been done for a handful of years. The last time that a Ford went to victory lane on a 1.5 mile racetrack in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here back in May of 2023, that was Ben Rhodes who got the job done. Lane Riggs, for more on that driver and team, here's Amanda.
And his crew chief, Dylan Capella, just said, I'm nervous. It's restart and all out here. What's your final words to Lane ahead of this?
Yeah, I mean, just protecting those big runs. The 98 is really
Sponsoring
strong.
anything, yeah.
The 11's always a sleeper late in the race, and,
That's
he's won a lot
NASCAR.
of these big tracks. So it's going to take everything we got to hold these guys up.
Geico, or what is it now, the Echo Park restart zone?
UNC Charlotte, 49ers Nation, and we're going to try and get them in victory lane here.
Why Lane Riggs?
Canada's trip to the dump presented by Craftsman.
He's super aggressive in these situations, and I trust him 100%, so we're going to go get it done.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And that's coming from a racer himself. Dylan, in his free time, tries to strap on the wheel of usually a pro late model, whether it be in the Carolinas or out towards the West Coast where he's from in Arizona. He certainly knows exactly what Lane is thinking as a couple of trucks hit the pit lane.
And it's so fun to hear about Lane and Dylan going to, as Grant Enfinger, one of those trucks, we see some damage to the back of his. Stuart Friesen, obviously, for the obvious reasons, back on pit lane. But it's fun to hear, when you talk about Dylan and Lane, they go with each other to these late model races and hang out on the weekends. And, a lot of passion for that short track scene for these guys.
Yeah, and we mentioned the win that Ben Rhodes had. We're talking 3 years ago for our former champion being able to deliver the last checkered flag for the Blue Oval on a 1.5 mile. And here was how Ben did it. I think We have not seen anybody have a lead that sizable all day long today, but Rhodes waxed the field that night. Lane Riggs is trying to get the job done for Ford here tonight as well. Also took home from that triple truck challenge back in the day, that $50,000.
6.5 minutes left. Like I said, once the clock hits 0, there will be 2 laps to go the next time they cross the line.
You know, I'll be curious to see which lane.
So it will be a little bit more than 6.5 minutes left.
Go to the top side at a number of tracks.
Breathalyzer test is sponsored by Rebel Bourbon. Drink responsibly. Damn right, Jaden.
Maybe he's got.
Except I won't be drinking responsibly.
Coming to 1 to go.
I'll be drinking irresponsibly.
Lane decides to do. I think he goes
Again, the choose.
And he does.
No overtime. I mean, we won't even reach that point, but
didn't stay in the position he was in. Decided to take the outside and kind of just alluded to that. Is he going to go for it up there? It's been an incredible way to kick off the greatest day in motorsports. Don't forget, after this race, the Indianapolis 500 is going to be kicking off at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Pre-race coverage already underway. And, of course, later on tonight, this track will be busy with the 600 for the Cup cars. And judging by the math, it is quite possible this could be our last restart.
No, this will be the last restart.
It's going to be close. And how about Connor Zilisch? We talked about that penalty he got 2 cautions ago on the restart. He gained 18 spots in the last run and will restart this race in that 77 inside of
got just over 5 minutes left.
There you see, watch 45, Ross Chastain. We know what talent he has behind the wheel, and when it comes time to go for it, being able to do just that.
5 minutes to go before we hit 2 laps to go in this race. And the bottom lane has been prevailing for the majority of this race, so Lane Riggs gets everything just right. You would expect that he can have an opportunity to clear himself off turn 2, and this is more than likely the last restart of the race right here.
And he's got his teammate right behind him.
All right.
Be looking for a big push out of Chandler Smith.
Going back green. 4.5 minutes left.
Expecting a crazy ending.
3 flags back in the air.
Lane Riggs and Christian Eckes bring us to the restart with 4.5 minutes to go.
There's the push.
And Lane Riggs gets the push to the lead.
Trying to get to the outside of Eckes. Eckes has to concede the run. Now Zilisch 3 wide to the bottom as Riggs has control of the race with his teammate Chandler Smith behind him in second. That restart couldn't have gone worse.
Can we switch back to green, please?
Side by side for second place right now. Eckes 3 wide all the way
Oh my
to
God.
the grass. And now
Can we fucking switch it back to green?
Zilisch with Chastain, the 3rd truck on the top.
There we go.
Lane is laser focused.
Oof.
Window.
Yeah, Eckes fell back to 6th. They almost lost it there.
Arguing with Eckes over space.
3.5 minutes left.
Look at Honeycutt. He's right there.
And Zilisch now working to the top side of Chandler Smith for 3rd. Smith working the side draft to turn 1, not allowing Zilisch to take over the spot. Now Chandler's going to try a slide job of his own. But
Oh, around goes the 38.
Into the inside.
38's in the wall. Chandler Smith. No caution. That's going to have to be a caution.
3 minutes left to go.
Caution is out, and that will do it. That'll be the race.
With Lane Riggs out in front.
So what do they do? Do they just end it here, or do they actually need to?
Racing for 3rd spot gone bad. Chandler doing everything he could to keep Connor Zilisch from
that'll
getting
do
to
it.
the outside right there.
Lane Riggs is going to win at Charlotte.
They got so close coming off of turn 2. We've seen it so many times today when the trucks are that close and you got wheel input put into them trying to turn further to the left. It just, man, they just go right around on you, Michael. There's nothing you can do as a driver in that aero position.
Aero tough right there.
So it was a minute and 34-second green flag run to end the race.
Probably about 2 minutes, 15 seconds worth.
Will they get this thing restarted?
No. And I believe that is what officials are trying to determine at this point. If
It's
they
not
could
gonna-
deem the exit of turn number 2 to not need too much cleanup, verify all of the scoring, maybe we get a chance at restarting this race. I'm sure for Lane Riggs, he's hoping maybe not.
And for me, I'm hoping maybe so.
I doubt
So
it.
much action. I'd love to see a little bit more. I think Honeycutt has got a truck that could get this race.
There's no way. There's no
take it
chance.
to Lane Riggs. I said earlier, Lane's got the fastest truck. On that
Unless they
race,
literally did the
Honeycutt
choose
was
right
reeling
now.
him in.
Yeah, and if there's enough time to get this back going, Michael, I think the biggest challenge is going to be what happens into turn one. You know, does he have the ability into turn one to stay on that door? As we see the replay here, and Chandler just tries to carry it up the track, and Connor's already there. And at that point, the spotter's saying outside, 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 really intensely to him, and he tries to grab a little more wheel and check up to not get up into him.
He was just trying to try to swing ahead of him and just didn't have room to do so.
And that's just aggressive racing at the end of the race. Or, you know, you're trying to get every inch, and you know that if that guy gets to your outside, your chances of catching the two trucks in front of you are probably very limited, and you're taking every inch that you possibly can right there.
And that air, it just sucked him around when that other truck got to his outside.
So tough break for the Daytona winner on the season.
Yeah,
And
there's a.
problems for
Yep, Ross
Chastain,
is stopped on
who's
track,
come
so
to
that'll
a stop
seal
in
it.
3 and 4. Looks like he's going to get a push back to pit road in pretty short order here. This caution, number 11, is going to set the record for most cautions in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race here at Charlotte.
You had to know that was coming, right? That's a record for sure that was going to go down today the way these guys have been going at it. This is what happens when you got to wait 3 days to race, right?
You get ramped up. You got all that energy. You've been pinned up and cooped up waiting for it. Well, don't forget, 12:30 p.m., the biggest day in
We've just
motorsports
hit noon.
continues on over on Fox for the green flag of the Indianapolis 500. And then, of course, later on tonight, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Coca-Cola 600.
So I guess 2 laps to go, but yeah,
the best
it's not
days
even.
of the year.
What a day.
We are not going to restart this race. White flag next time by. So they are doing the procedure, I guess, but.
We just received official word. Next time around, Lane Riggs will see the white flag under caution with Honeycutt and Zilich the top 3.
Good, I can sit down.
David, I'm proud of you, boy. Hell yeah.
He deserves it. It doesn't matter that it's going to end under caution. The rules are what they are. At 12 o'clock, the teams knew the race would be over. That's the way the rule is written. And NASCAR goes by the rule book, and the truck that was the fastest all day long, if he can run another lap and a half, Regan, I wouldn't even count on that right now with all the action we've seen. But it looks like it's going to work out for Lane Riggs.
I feel like
They're turning on to Indy right away. This is a joke. Yeah, I'll be probably live for the Indy in about 20 minutes. Pretty much right after Lane Riggs' interview, I gotta go.
On top of the pit box, and it didn't come easy either. They did have some handling issues with that 34 truck of Lane Riggs. They were loose all day long, had to work on it, try to make it a little bit better. And we saw early on in the race him sideways a number of times.
Got that right. And like sands through the hourglass, he's going to come past the start-finish line. This is one of those days of your lives.
If this was an episode of Friends, I guess that would be
Lane Riggs takes the white flag.
White flag in the air for Lane Riggs.
One more time around.
And let's take a listen to the communication in that 34 truck.
Different Kyle, man. Different Kyle.
Oh, that's touching. I think that says it so well. The emotion, the sentiment of the weekend, and just how much Kyle Busch meant to this sport. And personally, these kids we get to see, Regan, they grew up watching Kyle Busch dominate, win races, take bows, and a lot of them. I grew up watching Richard Petty, and Kyle Busch it's the same for these kids that are here now, watching Kyle Busch dominate and do the things that he did.
Michael, there's not a driver in this field. There's not a driver in motorsports that in some way Kyle didn't impact them in some shape or form, and you could hear that right there in Lane Riggs' voice and the emotion, and just such a special driver and such a special individual.
That's the two guys of the 2026 season there in the Truck Series that have just been better than the rest most all year long. Lane and Caden, and they're going to go 1-2 today.
And as he comes to the line on an emotional weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway,
Lane Riggs wins the truck race at Charlotte.
26, 7th of his career, and he did it for Kyle.
Fuck NASCAR officiating. I mean, it had to happen. I won't even really complain because I needed this to actually end at this time.
9th different winner in the last 9 races at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. 15th different driver to win at Charlotte. And for Lane Riggs, who's from nearby Bahama, North Carolina, able to give this team a chance to celebrate the Kyle Busch bow. And how else but with the bow. And nice job by his team there to honor Kyle Busch as well, as we saw the video of all the bows earlier in the day. And wow.
Imagine this is the biggest win of this young man's life, being able to win here at his home track with his alma mater on the side of the truck and doing it for Kyle. This is a lot. This is a lot that I guarantee Elaine is inside of that truck trying to process right now.
Lane also becomes the 3rd driver with multiple wins this season. The other 2, defending champion.
Running it down.
Kyle Busch.
Soaking it in, burning it down.
Well, he led the most laps today. He executed when it all mattered. He's going to get to take a bow.
Only has to drive about 2 hours to get back home to Bahama, North Carolina, where he started off his racing career, continuing to follow in the footsteps of his father, Scott, who also had much success in the Truck Series. This is now his 3rd consecutive year in trucks with a multiple.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta go set up for my Indy 500 stream. So I'm gonna end this right here. Congrats to Lane Riggs. And peace out, guys. I'll see you guys